All right, Browns fans, we are back here today to talk about the Cleveland Browns playing here against the Las Vegas Raiders. I thought that I said it before going into this game. I'll say it before the game starts. I think it's going to be weird. I don't know if that means good or bad, but I definitely think weird is on the menu here for the Cleveland Browns today. Gardner Minshew will be playing for the Las Vegas Raiders. There was some question of if he would be the starter this week.
Brown set to receive the
Brown set to receive, and we'll see what the offense can do.
Just short of the goal line, and here comes Deontay Foreman out of the 25
Foreman gets the ball to the 30.
line. Let's send it down to Tiffany Blackman. Hey guys,
all right, real quick, let's put on screen here.
That's exactly what we talked with Raiders coach Antonio Pierce about. He said the Browns are a lot like us right now. He ran through how they're all battling injuries and coming off of tough losses, but he said these two teams are still trying to find their identity. He told us if you blink or flinch in this one, it's going to be a long day.
Jack Conklin,
yeah, and it's a little early to panic. Both coaches talked about that, but 2-2 definitely looks better than 1-3.
All right.
And you start to consider your chances to stay in the race headed towards the postseason. On first down, there's
first down to get about 5-6 yards.
His way out across the 35. For Deshaun Watson, it's career
20, 10, 5, touchdown,
yards or 20 points in a game.
He has to be better. He admitted that to us. He hasn't been playing the way he did in Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first Fitty bomb of the day. We got a Fitty bomb in the building. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that big time.
This offense needs to
good
perform.
Vibes early. Good vibes early.
Three new starters in front of Watson on the offensive line. Pass for Jerry Jeudy, the former Denver Broncos, got a lot of experience playing against the Raiders, has the first down catch.
Really good job here by Jeudy. Watch him on the sidelines, get his feet, tap both feet in Brown, secure the ball, and a nice completion for the first down. And that's something that this Browns team has done. They've scored on every opening drive, 2 touchdowns and a field goal so far this year.
First and 10. RPO, and the good again is Jerome Ford. And solid effort up the middle from the Raiders. Let's check a look at those changes up front.
The big one is the rookie right guard, Zach Zinter, making his first start. Wyatt Teller is on IR, so Zinter gets his first start, the rookie out of Michigan, and he gets to go against Christian Wilkins most of the game, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. The Browns will try to help him when they can.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, we're good now.
The fake to him, and Watson will dump it off the forward.
Way to get back to the line forward and make something happen. Way to get the third and short for it.
Let's get you back to the studio. Matt Ryan's.
All right, yeah, that should work.
Guys, Jordan Love is going to find Dontayvion Wicks on the post route for the touchdown, making this just a 2-point ball game with 56 seconds remaining. The onside kick is upcoming, and right now, Minnesota win. Back to you guys.
Yeah.
A big road win there for the Vikings and Sam Darnold. Here's a 3rd and 5 now for Watson and the Browns. The worst team in the NFL.
Midfield, 3rd down. They got an early jump on that. Yeah, it's going to be a false start. Underbetted to the quarterback. All right, so Pitt losing put me in a better mood. Go Browns from Soul Train. Appreciate that.
Exchanging pleasantries.
Prior to the snap. Full start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Not just bad on 3rd down, but they are the most penalized team in the league as well.
That's first down, right? Oh, we got a false start.
I see it. It's interesting, though. It seemed like the noise might have affected. I don't know that was on Jones, by the way. That's who they called on. But it seemed like the noise affected the Browns up front a little bit there. But I'm looking out at the stands. There might be more orange than black here today.
That's right.
3rd down and 10. Trips to the right. Watson.
Hit while he throws. Got him. Good throw. Good catch, Moore. Good job. Good job. Good stuff.
And the spot is a good one for Cleveland.
There it is. 15 more on top of that. Let's go.
side that is the least penalized.
See Watson here.
Come with a stunt, so you'll see.
They stunt. He sees the pressure. He knows that he has middle open, throws it with anticipation. Nice throw there by Watson.
Watch this throw. He is getting blasted and delivers that right on the money.
Well, it's a heck of a throw and bravery for Deshaun Watson standing in there, Ross, knowing he's going to get hit. But what a catch down the field as well. I mean, Elijah Moore lays out, catches the ball, and they get a nice big chunk of a first down.
All right, big first down.
They're down to the 32-yard line.
Here.
Play action for Watson. Plenty of time. They drop it off in the flat. Porsche makes a man miss. And he's...
There must have been a deep shot there. I guess he didn't like it.
The Raiders defense, they're missing a starter at all three levels today.
Well, obviously losing Max Crosby and everything he does for this team, his effort, his enthusiasm, but a big opportunity for Tyree Wilson, their first-round pick, former first-rounder, getting an opportunity to go against a couple of backup tackles. So if you're him, like, just play fast and free and go in there and try to...
All right, 2nd and 7.
Divine Diablo also out, so is Marcus Epps today for the Raiders.
I got strong left here.
Deontay Foreman now in the backfield. He's on the receiving end. The swing pass.
Good run, Foreman.
For extra yardage.
All right, 3rd and short.
And he's down inside the 25. Isaiah Polamalu, the first-time starter with the tackle.
3rd and short. I believe we're within field goal range, so that's good.
Try to get rid of the ball quickly. He saw what Andy Dalton.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
To this Raiders defense.
Be smart here. Quick decisions. Quick decisions. Quick decisions. You're gonna go in empty. Quick decisions.
Version on 3rd and short. That's third.
If you got a pat, run. You got a pat, run. They're sending. They got 5 on the line.
5 wide.
Watch the linebacker. Hey, he's coming. There you go. There you go. Way to make a quick decision. First down.
And a first down for the former Raider, Amari Cooper.
So they tried to fool him there by blitzing Spillane and then dropping back Arden Key, I believe. Watson, eyes on the left side, just throws the out there to Amari Cooper. Good decision.
And being able to convert and move the chains. That's what this offense needs to do. They know how important it is to get these third down conversions. Beth, you talked about it.
The one thing you've seen in Watson when he's played bad this year was indecision. When he played good against Jacksonville, he was pretty decisive. You just need him to be decisive back there, right? The indecision is what kills you for him.
Outside the red zone here for the Browns in their first possession of the game.
And a solid run on first down for Ford.
Minnesota holding on to beat the Packers up at Lambeau. And a big win for the Vikings. As you see Kevin Stefanski looking on. Now in his 5th year with the Browns. Twice the NFL Coach of the Year. And on the other side, the first-year head coach Antonio Pierce, after he had a 5-4 record last year as the interim coach here in Vegas.
A lot of blitz and stunts so far from the Raiders up front. Remember, they don't have Max Crosby, and they saw what the Giants did to this Browns.
2nd and 7.
A lot of blitzes from the Giants that were very effective. Watson on 2nd down.
Run, just run. There you go. Good job. Another adjustment you would have liked him to make. Look, he's not been useful throwing on the run all season. So what you want him to make the decision is, hey, if you're going to break this pocket, don't try to throw it. Just run.
Watson, because he could have checked it down to the running back, but he sees the lane and the ability to go get it. You know, there's been talk about...
He's still a pretty good runner of the football, so you want to see him do that. Just got to adjust to what you can't do anymore.
Last year running the ball like that. So he's going to go, hit the yardage, and then try to get down without getting hit.
Sidelines his friend.
All right, take advantage here. Got the stack, shift. There you go. Committed to running, saw that he made a decision, made an adjustment back to throw it. Good.
Because it made headlines this week, and he said, "I'm not afraid to run, but I don't think we should be calling design runs." You know, I mean, I already am taking enough hits as it is. I don't know if we want to be calling quarterback power or quarterback counter, but if it's there, he's still going to take it. Just try to not take
2nd and 3.
those shots.
Play action here, play action.
2nd down and 3.
I thought you should have did a boot out there.
Dragged down.
All right, 3rd and 3.
You got to remember Watson, this is only his 16th start. Only played 6 games a couple of years ago with suspension.
What happened here?
6 games last year with the
Blitz.
Look at Snowden come off the edge right here. Nobody.
I just blew it up on the inside with James Hudson got beat inside.
Right, where nobody touches the edge defender. And Jay, I was getting frustrated.
I think Masterson blew up Hudson.
Teams, a lot of mental errors and missed assignments by both.
And we haven't seen Amari Cooper get a ball yet. He's out wide with Judy. Now they bring a third.
I just saw Amari Cooper get a ball.
So you got a bunch formation.
They'll hand it off.
Good run, Jerome. Good run. All right, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Hey, this is one where I would go quarterback blast here. Just go out and empty, spread them out, see if they spread. If they don't spread, then just throw it to the outside. If they do spread, then just blast up the middle with Deshaun.
Inside and run it up.
It's a great 1-yard play because you keep pass and run on the board until you snap the ball.
Continuing for the Browns.
What's crazy is Stefanski was running down the sidelines. He was trying to call timeout, but wasn't able to get it, and it worked out for the Browns.
Who's going to do fullback blast?
6 linemen, 3 tight ends, and the Raiders able to stuff them up.
Yeah, we're just not strong enough in the middle to be able to do that consistently. They'll try it again, though.
Now Max Crosby makes the tackle.
I would get into empty here, do quarterback blast. I think that'd be a little bit more effective. You need to deceive him a little bit more.
Was not able to get clean, so it's nice to put a big guy at fullback.
Spillane blew that thing up.
The holes and don't have the vision as a normal running back would.
They'll try the same high formation.
Got it. There you go. Touchdown. There you go. Good start to the game. There you go. Touchdown. We needed it. Let's get pumped up. Let's drop some bombs. Oh, God. We got the Fire Stefanski people in chat today. Awesome. Hey, you know what I'm going to start doing? If you're in chat and I notice that all you're doing is having arguments that have nothing to do with what's going on in the game right now, I'm just going to block you. I don't care what side of what argument you are in, but if you start arguing about something that has nothing to do with the game, right? You're just trying to push your agenda about trading a player here or there, I'm just going to block you from chat. I'm tired of it.
Why would I use clinically proven ingredients to regrow my hair from the heads? I love wearing hats.
There you go. But that's the perfect first drive for the Browns right there. It's how you want to start the game out, right? You get a nice, slow, time-consuming drive, a lot of completions by Deshaun. I thought Deshaun did a much better job anticipating stuff, throwing stuff when he needed to, getting rid of the ball quickly. I thought the run game showed up a lot more in that drive than it did in any drive versus New York. So really good start to the game. You get ahead of the sticks. You get some first downs. You move the ball. You get to the red zone. You score a touchdown. It's what you want to see here. Now with the defense coming up, there's some stuff that you want to correct here. I think we're all a little anxious because, like, weird shit, the Raiders and Gardner Minshew seems like a perfect recipe for somebody to throw for a total yardage that doesn't add up. But right now, I think it's a great start. Whiteheart is the blocking tight end the Browns picked up from the practice squad. But not for practice squad, but just from the street a few weeks ago. He's been on the team for like 3 weeks. All right, Dirty Work TV. You think I'm fucking joking?
Great start. Great start.
Great start.
It's going to get me to be more evil.
You lied to everybody.
New Beneto's The Summit. Premiere sneak peek CBS tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway.
Introducing new $3 footlong.
By the way, we got almost 800 people watching right now, and we do not have over 800 likes. So let's hit that like button. I want to give a good big time shout out to Nick Rode, who started this show with a 100 bomb. 100 bomb, the good vibes to start the day here from Nick Rode. I don't know if I got my shout out into him while the mic wasn't working. So I want to make sure Nick gets his shout out, man. All right.
Big Whiteheart, and the first opportunity coming up for the Raiders with a big chunk of the clock gone. Tyreek McAllister will bring it out of the end zone, and he'll make it out to the 25 and give way to Gardner Minshew.
All right, Browns. Let's see this defense. What's the flag?
Completion percentage and passing yards, but he's rolling today without Devontae Adams, and so far it's the NFL's worst ground game. And they may be set back here with a flag on the kickoff as well.
During the return, holding number 45 of the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So they all.
Well, that's tough to start this drive for Gardner Minshew inside his own 20-yard line. He actually had a huge game against the Browns defense last year. 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. He ran for 2 touchdowns. And the Browns had arguably the best defense in the league last year. So he's got a pretty good feel for what Jim Schwartz likes to do defensively.
Play action is
pressure.
On first down.
Dropped. Woo! Got lucky there.
Will probably be target number 1 today without Devontae Adams in the lineup.
Well, you haven't seen this. He's got 18 receptions coming in, most for tight ends. He's absolutely wide open, and I think that's the thing. He's thinking about what I'm going to do next with this ball when I catch it, and kind of takes his eyes off it a little bit, and that's an easy one that he dropped.
Rookie out of Georgia has been so impressive through the first 3 games. He's moving up the opponent's scouting reports for sure. Here's second down. Pressure coming from both edges.
Wow, sent them all. Jeez.
Bowers with another opportunity.
What's the flag on? It's got to be a hold.
How about this, guys? The Raiders average 3 penalties per game. This may already be the 3rd one on them in the first quarter.
Wow.
Holding. Offense, number 71.
There you go. So you send a blitz there, right? The Browns sent like 7 on the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you get the hold there on the opposite side that frees up the scramble.
It's tough because he doesn't know Minshew is going to escape to his right. He thinks he's protecting the passing point, and he's in pretty darn good position. You see a lot of holds when quarterbacks scramble like that.
Minshew will escape to his right 2 times here. Let's keep this second down advantage with the penalty. We're going to run. Good job. Good stop. All right, 3rd and 17.
To open up the season, and here comes a 3rd down and long. Here's Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator, last year's NFL Assistant Coach of the Year with that number 1 rated defense.
Yeah, and they're so good at all 3 levels. They get after the passer with this 4-man front. Obviously, Myles Garrett in there, 95, coming off the edge against Colton Miller. That's really struggled. He's supposed to be the anchor for that offensive line up top. Here's the matchup right there.
We're blitzing.
3rd down and 16. The Browns dropping back in coverage.
No, you missed him. Good job. All right, got him off the field. Let's go. Punt.
And the penalties and the drop set the Raiders back. They'll have to boot it.
All right, fine first drive. We'll find first defensive set there for your defense. A little bit leaky there. Some of the blitzes were getting picked up. Didn't love that, but fine start.
A tap on the helmet, but that's got to be a better throw for Minshew. He needs to lead Turner further inside on the field.
He had a clean pocket too.
Punt is away from
Catch the damn punt.
Crochet.
All right.
Fair catch at his own.
All right, offense, let's recreate what you did last time.
Flag thrown all the way back at the 24-yard line.
Got to be on them, right?
The gunner ran out of bounds without being touched. You have to be forced out of bounds.
Yeah. We got 275 likes right now. We got 758 people watching right now. So let's hit that like button. Let's get to 500 likes before the Browns get downfield.
59. Half the distance to the goal. Replay 4th down.
That's Luke Masterson.
You can't leave until the ball is punted if you're not one of the gunners outside. So you have to have an internal clock knowing when you can release, especially if you don't have anybody coming in. If you release too soon, you're going to get the ineligible man downfield early penalty.
So that is 4 penalties for 38 yards.
All right, so if we're doing a weirdness meter, it's pointed in Las Vegas's direction right now. Let's hope we don't catch up.
Sprint down as far as they can, 60 yards, to make them come back and do it again. Now the advantage is really for the Browns, and you're backed up punting out of your own end zone.
I was going to say, look at Cole now. Look where his feet are at the back of the end zone. If he takes a step back, it's a safety.
Well, they got an 8-man front to come after it. He hits a bomb.
A blast.
And got some room to return. Got room to return. Way to get it to the 45. There we go. Great field position. So that's a costly penalty for the Las Vegas Raiders. That was a 15-yard penalty essentially, right? The Browns got the ball at the 30. It was pretty normal field positioning, but them getting pushed back so far on that penalty forced them to have to bomb it, which meant that there was less hang time on that punt for a greater return for Prochet. He gets it to like the 50. That's a huge penalty for them. Got to take advantage now. Got our second super chat from Professor Chaos. Says, let's go Browns. Absolutely. I agree. All right, let's see here. There you go. Let me get that pop-out chat. There it is. There it is. All right. So far, so good. Good field position. Take advantage. I mean, like, I would love if we scored here. Get like a 2-score lead early in this game. Continue to dominate on defense and have a pretty normal Monday. I would love that, obviously. Because after this week, you might get David Njoku back. He practiced last week. You'll get an update on the status of Nick Chubb, who should be back sometime in October.
Minutes on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Second possession for the Browns. Impressive 70-yard scoring drive. The first time.
Okay, get out.
Watson will take off.
There you go.
And
should have been a face mask on Watson there. Oh, face mask not on Watson, but on the off defensive lineman. Added pragmatic optimism to my vocabulary recently. Love the mindset. Appreciate all the vids. Q from Alec. Appreciate you too, man.
Not a projected starter that is out there right now.
Well, he's finished the game last week because they had to put Bosick over to guard. They had so many injuries.
There you go. Good run.
Jerome Ford with a nice hesitation. He's
good
close
run
to the line to gain.
Probably going to be short, but we could just sneak it.
Well, Ross, you got to like this. Look at the blocks there. Nice cutback.
Good move. Way to move him off the line there.
What they haven't seen, they haven't been able to really establish this run game. You know, they're looking at 67% of their passes, or their plays have been pass plays.
Daughter couldn't watch the game with me. Appreciate the company and intelligent talk. Thank you, Grumpy Guy.
Out of the lineup today. Now they'll move forward with Harris.
Oh, they got the first? Cool.
Calling out the middle linebacker. Ford met in the backfield and corralled there.
What the hell happened there?
Much doing. Adam Butler and Darnay Holmes first on the scene.
He couldn't wait till you saw that. He couldn't wait for an excuse to drop that Dragon Ball Z one out.
Really across the board. Everybody asks you, well, how's Deshaun Watson playing? How's Deshaun Watson playing? Not great, but they're also not protecting him. The most drop passes in the NFL, so it's hard to know for sure how he is playing, Jay, when you have all these other variables that aren't holding up their end of the bar.
Timothy says, go Browns. I agree.
On 2nd and 13, Watson with
a lot of time here.
off to Ford, splits the defenders and gets down in.
O-line's been playing well to start this game, both in run and pass pro. They've been keeping the quarterback relatively clean. The run game's been able to move the ball here. They've had like one negative run so far.
Ryan Dable, Buffalo offense, a lot of more
3rd and 9.
Away from the outside zone, Ross, into the inside zone. And he is calling the plays.
Posick is out. Oh my God.
Each other out. And right here, you got 3rd long. If you pick up 5-6 yards, you're in field goal range. That's my first thought if I'm the quarterback. If it's open, get the first down.
They're blitzing, quarter shell. You've seen this before. You've seen this before. Hey, Spillane's not going to leave middle of the field.
3rd down and 9.
You got it. You got it.
Finds a hole.
Good run.
And takes a hit as he dives down.
That's a field goal.
He's a couple yards short. Pull him out.
See what Kevin wants to do.
Getting that 1st down yardage and on 4th down.
Kevin might go for this.
Offense will stay.
Super chat from Divine says, I'm so glad the Steelers lost. Their fans are insufferable.
Browns are going to at least line up for, at a minimum, you think a hard count here to try to get a free 5.
I'm kind of surprised because where you're at, you'd have to take a timeout to kick the field goal. I think they're going for it.
They've gone for it on 4th down, the most in the NFL. This will be their 8th time.
Well, the play clock's running out. I'm surprised you.
That was probably like the weakest attempt to try to get somebody to jump off sides I've ever seen.
For it. I'm surprised they would waste the time out there.
Yeah, that's not even worth wasting the time out for. Like, if you're going to give that effort to try to sell it, you got to sell that better. Like, everybody involved has to sell it better, but you got to sell that better at the point of attack. Like, that was just a horrible job. Like, were you convinced at all by his body language that he was going to snap that ball? That's got to be better. It's the only mistake he's made all game, to be fair to Watson. But that's got to be better. You got to sell that better. It's a minor mistake, but come on. Make it worth the timeout. Yeah, if you're up there, you gotta be making checks, pointing out the mic, acting like you really about to snap this damn ball. Like, you gotta make them feel it if you're gonna go out there to sell it. All right, but at the end of the day, it's just a timeout in the first half. So it's not that big of a fucking deal.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Bryce, and Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Because it makes sense to go out there, even if you are going to use the timeout, because it's 4th and 3, and why not try to get a free squeeze out of it, right? With a defensive line that's in there with a lot of backups. Like, it makes sense. I don't agree with the people who said it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to do it. But if you're gonna do it, you got to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta really sell it like you're gonna do it. That's my only complaint about it. It's really not that deep, and I don't care about talking about it more than like the 5 seconds after it happened, though.
Award for full-time.
Not gonna change the game either way.
By State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The out flame and through those lanai doors out onto the Las Vegas Strip. Inside, it's a 4th and 3. Dustin.
It's a long field goal. This isn't a gimme. 56 yards.
This year, but he's been excellent.
This is no guarantee here.
Career best is 58. This one from 56. Out of the hold of Corey Bajorquez.
He got it.
The accuracy and the distance.
All right. All right. That was a tough one. Good kick by Dustin.
Browns getting points on their first 2 drives.
Keep playing defense.
Clutch that one, Jed. I mean,
that was a bomb.
At least 60.
Dude, look, he bombed that shit.
Amazing
That was
to me
crazy.
how good NFL kickers have gotten over 50 yards. Because when I started playing back in 2000, if you made
Nice job. Nice job.
field, that was a big deal. And now these offensive coordinators and head coaches,
You know what?
expect it.
That was a bomb by Dustin Hopkins. I'm still getting used to these sound effects here, but bomb time. Great trade for a 7th-round pick, man.
Early on, and that has a big effect when you get to college, you get to the NFL. When I got to the NFL, I hadn't had a single coach who could help me in kicking. I figured it out on my own, and you were trying to just figure it out as you went along. And these guys are stronger, and they're better, and you can see it on the field.
What's he doing right there when he just was like smushing the ball before he kicks it off?
Remember, they're brand new balls. They get a little bit of time to break them in. The equipment guys do. So every time you get a chance to just rub them together, push them down, you're trying to break it in more.
You're just trying to beat up the ball.
By the end of the game, that ball's been broken in a lot. You
I believe that technical term was smoosh, if I'm not mistaken. 35 seconds to go in this first quarter. And McAllister will take a knee. The NFL and the American Cancer Society created Crucial Catch because early cancer
defense.
save lives.
I thought they look, the first set from the defense was fine. Was a little concerned that it felt like they were kind of bailed out by bad execution by the Raiders here. So, just want a strong start here for this defense.
Even just to give their defense a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, look at that time of possession. The plays run. Only the second time that Minshew and this offense get out there.
And around.
Little jet sweep.
Good job, Jordan. Oh, he didn't make the tackle. It was right there. Oh, you had the TFL there. You just had it.
That tells you how much they think about Brock Bowers and their rookie. Because, again, another difference. When did you ever see jet sweeps to tight end, Ross, back in the day? I mean, they did so much.
Oh, you got to wrap up, Jordan. Got to wrap up.
For a first down.
Hopefully he's not hurt.
You know, when you talk with coaches about Brock Bowers, he's almost a hybrid tight end wide receiver, and you see that in how teams cover him at times. And really, he might have to carry the receiver load with no Devontae Adams today.
And also no Mike.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Jordan Hicks is down. He had an injury last week, all last week. He was a surprise active today for the game. He's down here, and it looks like his elbow, his left elbow is hurt. He has a shooter sleeve over it, too. Yeah.
Sweep perfectly. And
he's played really well for this team, too. Like, Jordan Hicks has been a pretty good player for this team. I think he hurt it landing on it, yeah.
If you had wrapped there, Bowers would have went down.
Let's effing go, Browns, from Mighty. Appreciate you.
The blue tent to check him out right now on the sideline.
59, Winston Reed will replace him, the rookie, undrafted out of Weber State. And Devin Bush is also in with the linebacking core.
Good job, JOK. Well, no, that was a Grant.
For a gain of about one.
GD.
Delpit coming in from the secondary to make the hit.
There you go.
And that will take care of.
All right, pretty quick. One of the quickest first quarters of the season. So one of the quickest first quarters of the season. The Browns pretty much did everything you want them to do in that first quarter, right? Get the 3 and out, dominate time of possession. We talked about how the Browns have to win. They have to have a high scoring percentage. They have to get these long drives out, win time of possession. Well, that's exactly what they're doing in the first quarter of this game. This is how they won games with Jacoby Brissett. It's how they won games with Joe Flacco. This is how they've won games last year with Deshaun Watson. Playing that style, being able to milk teams out, use that defense, let the defense rest so they can get those 3 and outs, let the offense be out there, take that time of possession. That's how you win football games. It's how you play Stefanski ball. So good stuff there. Great start to the first quarter. I think the offensive line is holding up well in the first quarter. I think Deshaun Watson is playing very well in the first quarter, being a lot more decisive in this game, right? Throwing with some anticipation on that 1-ball 3rd down to Elijah Moore, I believe. Like, just that's what you want to see. That's what's going to be able to keep this offense above water, and Watson above water, if he can just execute those basic steps there. And he's doing a good job of that in this one. Also doing a good job of deciding, hey, I'm just going to run instead of trying to find something downfield when it's not available, and taking advantage of the space that's being created. So pretty good decision making there from Deshaun Watson in the first quarter. Good offensive line blocking from the team. I thought that it might be the Raiders just don't present much of a threat without Max Crosby, but Dexter Lawrence is in there somewhere, and they're still doing a good job against that. So all in all, you're happy with this first quarter. You want, if all 4 quarters go like this, obviously you go the Browns way, but pretty happy with the first quarter right now.
Matlock, CBS Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Let me get this chair fixed.
Started the second quarter, and just a moment ago, Tiffany caught up with Antonio Pierce.
Coach Pierce, you all had some uncharacteristic penalties in that first quarter, but it seems like you're going to start to come out of it. How do you keep it going?
Well, we just can't have them. I mean, obviously, it's backing us up offensively. Then we had obviously the next big play we missed it, and defensively, we got to get on the field on 3rd down.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, so far more penalty yardage against them than total yards for them in that.
Yeah, I have a new streaming interface. I got this. I was at Target. For anybody saying the audio is extra crispy today, it looks a lot better. I got lucky. I was at Target, and they had the Rode Streamer X on sale. It's usually $400 for $120.
First down play.
No passing yards.
Make sure you go to your big box stores and just look at what the deals they have there, because you can catch, like, so many people like rely on online shopping to the points where I think we're sleeping on the fact that how many deals you can catch just going into a store. And just looking for something, looking for deals, like just browsing around for deals. You can find them still that way.
The blitz type defense. So if you have a great route runner who can beat one-on-one man coverage, that's who you're going to go to all day long. But he's on the sideline, so somebody else.
3rd and 6 here. Let's get him off the field.
3rd down and 6.
Oh, here comes Miles.
Trying to get to Minshew. Minshew able to get it out in time to Trey Tucker, and that'll move the chains.
So, like, we're not playing. What side of the field that is? It's a strong side. Yeah, we're just not. What is going on there with the flat defender on that side?
I like that route concept from the Raiders, but they know Tucker can.
We just don't put anybody over here every time. Like, nobody's underneath there. Nobody's curl flat.
Going to play off of him and usually have a safety.
Like, where is that guy going every time?
White.
Good job. Way to bounce it. Way to go. That's what this Browns defense should look like on the edge. When too many times this year we've let dudes just take the edge on us. We'll get the corner, get the angle on us. That should not happen.
From Gardner Minshew, he is a tough matchup for anyone. By far the fact.
That's not Martin Emerson's fault though. Like that's on the structure of the play. Like Martin's supposed to be hovering over top. He's playing deep 3rd.
4-4 at the combine in the 40. And a former.
Oh God, we got Devin Bush wide out here in coverage.
Minshew on 2nd down.
They don't throw to it.
Another chance for Tucker, and another 1st down for Trey.
All right. They're moving it. They're moving it.
Like the concept that Brock Bowers inside, so he runs off the safety, and you're just getting one-on-one. You know you have a man matchup. Get him the ball quickly, get it in space, and if he beats that man, you have a chance for a big play.
Did you see how far Ward was playing off him now? These guys are giving Tucker a lot of cushion. I'll just keep throwing the underneath stuff to him.
Stop him here. Stop him here.
Because they're scared of getting beat over the top.
There is no Myles Garrett on the field right now for the Browns. He came out after that last play. Going to run up the middle, and Zamir White takes it into the red zone for the Raiders.
Raiders have a new left guard, the rookie second-round pick. Let's watch the blocking up front. That
JOK, that's on JOK. He hesitated. He was there. JOK hesitates to get in that gap. He lets that go.
And needs a guy like that. They're hoping Jackson Powers Johnson can be that guy in silver and black.
I believe the alliteration was natural nasty the kids got. Here's McAllister.
Yeah, JOK's having a bad one right now.
First and goal, Vegas.
Luke Getsy talked to us about this, Ross. He wanted to get outside that wide 9. Get the ball on the outside, whether it's running sweeps or throwing screens, trying to get the ball outside those ends, because that's where the opportunity is against this Browns defense.
And Minshew knows, especially against Jim Schwartz, you got to be able to run it enough to keep them honest, because they're going to come flying up the field.
Jordan Hicks going to the locker room.
Wow, another starter out. And still no Garrett on the field here in the red zone.
Why does everybody act surprised when Myles Garrett doesn't play like the 4th defensive set? He never plays that set.
Second down and goal.
It's not why. It's not the edge that's creating that. I mean, like, yeah, you get washed upside upfield, pushed upfield. Sometimes it happens.
Myles Garrett off the field is today to try and dictate to the Browns instead of allowing this Browns defense to dictate to them.
Garrett trying to play through foot injury.
But most of the time, you can just set where the gaps are and then just have a linebacker be where it's at.
Second and goal, White.
Right there, boom. See?
Dances and bounces down to the 3.
We're just not powerful on the point of attack. They're just running over it.
Dealing with, well, he didn't go through his usual pregame routine. He's been doing the same thing the past couple weeks, which is to only come out right when they're warming up, because he's getting extra treatment and stretching in the locker room before taking the field.
So he stays on the sideline. They're already without a significant starter on both offense and defense, as Posick and Hicks have both had to leave the game. Long drive for the Raiders. They're trying to cap it off. White
end around.
Gives it to Tucker on the end around. A race to the pylon, and Trey wins it. Touchdown Vegas.
All right. Got to score. Got to score. Not going to run away with it. They put Christian Wilkins in?
Let's make sure he got in there. Absolutely.
Yeah, he scores.
The Browns actually played that pretty well, but Tucker is just that fast, able.
Yeah, I mean, if he outran Ronnie Hickman and Grant Delpy, he's just a fast motherfucker.
See, has come out.
They had it played. Grant had the angle. He just outran the angle. I mean, that's just a great play by Trey Tucker. But the issue isn't what happens on that play. The issue is how they got down the field.
So each side with a nice sustained touchdown drive here in the first half. Carlson.
All right, play offense now.
10-7.
We're going to win this game with 10 points.
Tucker with the Jets. Gets the edge for the Raiders to get on the board.
All right. We're going to shut them out. Let's go play defense. We'll keep playing defense or try to bounce back from that drive. Can't let that one define you. And just harden up here, offense. Got to score points. Can't be another game where we start off hot offensively and we think we're going to have a good day, and then we end up looking at the scoreboard. It's the third quarter and we still got 10 points, right? Like, can't try to squeeze on the 10 points that we got in the first quarter. All right. If somebody is saying like fire somebody super unrelated to whatever is going on, hit them with the timeout for like at least 30 minutes. Or if like somebody's spamming fire Stefanski or something like that, or trade Watson, just hit them with the timeout for 30 minutes. Yeah, they're just not being productive to the conversation. Put them on timeout. A lot of the issues I'm seeing with the defense, we're not getting home when we blitz. Like, they're getting picked up pretty easy, which tells me it's pretty predictable. I don't know. I gotta look at it more, because this is clearly, there's something much worse about this defense than last year. Maybe it's just they let them, this is the one drive where they just let them do whatever and then they play well for the rest. But I don't know, it's a tangible difference. You could tell when you watch them. It doesn't feel like last year. They feel a bit slower than they did last year. I don't understand why. It's not a bad defense. It's still like ranking the top 10 of a lot of different stats. I think that's being a bit over exaggerate, like over, what do you call it? Dramatic. You're being dramatic if you're saying it's a bad defense. It's not what it was last year.
Let's see if the Raiders defense can get a stop. So far, under the direction of Deshaun Watson, the Browns are 2 for 2. And he's been perfect. 9 for 9.
Please don't jinx it.
44 yards passing and a touchdown. Deontay Foreman, his second return of his first.
Good. Ah, he got tripped.
7-yard line.
Heck of a start to this game so far for Deshaun Watson. Getting the ball out.
If the Raiders defense is going to let Deshaun run, like, he needs to look for that all game.
Yeah, using his legs. He ran it a couple times. Nice throw there. And then a great play call after they ran it up the middle to come back with a fullback, go play action. And that's what they want to see. They have to be able to run the ball to hit those play action shots to make them really effective. Can this Raiders defense step up, though? Looked really good in the first 2 games, and they got punched in the mouth last week against Carolina.
Out of the empty set.
Oh, Jerry Jeudy got to catch that.
It's an offense that has the most drops in the.
It's a little bit behind. It's on the back hip of Jerry Jeudy, but you still want him to catch that, right? Like, you could have gotten like 7 if it was in time. You were going to get 5 if he just catches it. Still got to get the 5.
Any reps. He didn't throw a ball before training camp, which is amazing. He didn't get any live reps during training camp. So everything has been about getting better and understanding this new offense going forward in these first few games.
And he told us he didn't think it would be any issue whether it was Ethan Posick or Nick Harris in front of him at center. And right now it's Harris. Here's Ford.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was supposed to be a slip screen. There were no offensive linemen right there.
I'm still getting better, still getting 100% healthy. Each and every week I'll get more confident in what we're trying to do. So he's just trying to stay patient and keep working, guys. And so far, it's been pretty effective today.
Yeah, so far so good, but this is maybe the most difficult situation.
That's such a weird costume.
3rd and 12. They really struggled with blitz pickup, stunts, twists last week against the Giants. I'm expecting that here from the Raiders.
You got it. You got time.
Ford, the catch out of the backfield. And that will not be enough.
Oh, you had time. They picked it up. They picked it up. Ah, you had time there. All right, play defense.
Cooper trying to get it. He's one of the best route runners in the NFL.
See right here. Yeah, you had time. You picked it up.
You're probably not going to get that first down on 3rd and long when you check it down in the middle. Not very aggressive.
Well, and that was the play call all the way, because you could see the tight end as well as Cedric Tillman, the receiver, they were both blocking downfield as soon as that ball.
Yeah, they just called it a day and just punted that one. Okay.
Middle of the field.
Very conservative then, Ross.
Tyreek McAllister awaiting this punt. It's a boomer.
Oh, oh.
And then grabbed him.
Oh, shit. Oh.
At the 20-yard line, a big hit for Isaiah McGuire.
Ooh. Oh. 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 Hit him with the spine buster.
Let's run that again.
Hit him with the spine buster. Ooh. Damn.
Before we get on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky, to track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll, out, show.
All right.
I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guapped.
I remember why I don't look at chat that much during the stream. There's not much there sometimes. It's just like a lot of being very mad at whatever play call there is and like acting like that's the end of the world. Like, hey, there's a whole game here. Let's relax, right? Let's relax. There is a whole game. No, the Chipotle brisket is not that good. I will agree with that. I had it 2 times. I got double brisket one time. It cost me like $16. It's not bad, but they need to give you bigger chunks of brisket. They be giving you these little bacon bits of brisket. It ain't worth it. If you really want brisket, just go to a barbecue joint and get some brisket. And also, it's like, dude, does brisket really go on a Chipotle bowl better than chicken or like steak does? Yeah, it's a limited time thing. Chipotle has brisket.
Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle. For real. And by Geico. Get more with Geico.
Either you guys try the zip line down Fremont Street? That by the way,
I would do it. I didn't.
One of the best.
Because like Kevin Stefanski said, that's not that kind of trip.
I'm always over the weight limit. I'm always over the weight limit for those things, unfortunately.
Isaiah McGuire with the Arn Anderson spine buster. Yeah, that was impressive.
Hands in the dirt on the right side of the line with Samir White. The lone setback. Look at the call.
There you go. Oh, finish the play. Finish the play.
Nice job by the Raiders offensively on that last drive, getting the ball outside quick. Minshew told.
Look, man, it's 3 weeks in a row. Teams have just been abusing the outside edges of this defense, and we haven't been able to do anything about it.
Earlier, they were able to get outside. So far, running the ball better for this Raiders offense. Only came in averaging 51 yards.
You think he's overtly blitzing too much? It's not the blitzing. Because when he blitzes, he sends like 5. Most of the times it's sim pressure. I think it's the little shit, right? Like right there, that run, they meet him at the like at what would it be, a 3rd and 10? But then they let him churn to like a 3rd and 6. Like it's just, we're not as powerful. It looks like we're not as physically as strong as we were last year. We're not finishing these plays. It's really the little stuff.
To get interceptions, something this Browns defense shockingly hasn't done yet this season.
The Raiders offense throws more than any.
It's like running into the Browns D line. You feel like running into a brick wall. Now it feels a lot more malleable. You know, like it's just a lot more manipulatable to run through there and push and churn your legs. Like, what happened there? Like, are we just not as strong? Like,
well, it's the first time we've seen Jacoby Myers get the ball yet. And a nice route there. Quick.
I mean, we're allergic to a flat defender. We have not tried to play an ounce of like, let's try some Tampa too.
Nice play for that Raiders offense.
Hey Q, love the live watch party because I can hear the game while completing a landscape project today. Q to go. Appreciate you, man. Again, outside. When are we gonna play some like Tampa 2? Something. Got to do something.
Percent of the targets, makes 25% of the catches, but Ross, he gets 100% of the opponent's attention, and it's not
like we gotta let them know we're willing to put a flat defender on the far side of the field.
And Myers to step up and show that with more targets they can be productive. The Browns need better from their corners right now. They're giving up a lot of space.
Minshew will go under center, and Madison room to roam all the way down inside the 35. The best running play of the season for.
Hey dog, they are letting the worst rushing offense in the NFL gash them right now. This is frustrating.
Now let's watch the center, James. Nice job. This is not an easy block for a center.
I mean, JOK, Grant Delpit got washed. Every single linebacker we had got washed.
That is not an easy block for a center. That was the key block at the point of attack for the Raiders.
Under 5 to go in the first half. They'll run it again.
You see, it's not finishing these plays. Now, hopefully you get a break here and they get a holding call and you get this push back here. But you had a chance.
Offense, number 58.
You had a chance to get a TFL there. But you keep not finishing. Like, we're just not finishing these plays. Y'all see that in Vegas? We trying to get that stadium in Brook Park.
Let's see what
Absolutely.
happens here with Powers Johnson.
All right.
The left hand's outside.
Yeah, that's a hold there. But JOK, just you can't hold him up better than that.
And torque guys like that, I think that play was actually designed to go inside. But if you get your hands outside and then you torque a guy to the ground, they're going to call that.
Well, you're in empty here, 5 wide.
First and 20, Minshew quick to touch.
Whoa. Was that an edge defender?
Cameron Mitchell.
I think this
I mean, not an edge defender, a flat defender.
They were giving too much
Look at that.
cushion to these receivers. This is a team that loves to play press man, to get up, so they're going to be a little more aggressive than.
There we go. Nice. Love it. Love flat defenders, especially if a team is established that they are only going to throw to the flat the whole game.
Guys can't expect that it's just going to happen again organically. They've got to make it happen.
All right, we just revealed the flat defender.
Bowers is the motion man, and here's his first catch of the.
Just again, got contact behind the line of scrimmage. Then you got contact again. You gave up 6 yards, but like we keep throwing our bodies at the player, not just tackle him.
Against empty. Now at least the Raiders know that. They know what's coming in an empty set.
And they go quickly to get to the ball, keeping Myles Garrett on the sideline.
They're going to throw right there again.
Changing the play here on 3rd down and 10.
Well, you're in field goal range, so I'd be aggressive trying to get the first down here.
Minshew with time. Now has to
Dropped it. There we go.
Tried to sling it to Zamir.
All right, so they're at the 35, 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard plus 5. We're talking about a 50-yard field goal here indoors.
Make these 50-plus yard field goal. This one should be.
He should make it though. Stephen Carlson.
3.
Now in his 99th game, he's been one of the most accurate since his arrival out of Auburn.
He's got 4 seasons, Beth, over 90 yards. And that's absolutely excellent for a young guy.
He had a walk-off game winner against the Browns the last time they faced each other 3 years ago. There's a 52-yard attempt. Got it.
All right, now the Browns got the ball to start the game, so that's a huge part of this too. Hey, Quincy, when are you going to admit that this year's defense is not as good as last year? I literally just said that. Literally just said that. Jesus. But, yeah, so the Browns don't get the ball after half because they started the game with the ball. So this drive right here, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, going into halftime, you really, really want to get points, right? You didn't want to give up 10 points to squander your lead already in one half. So you need the offense to wake up here, get you down the field, at least get you a field goal or something. I mean, it's also, look, we expected this game to be weird, and part of why you expected this game to be weird is because it's on the West Coast, and, like, it's just true. Playing a game across a time zone is a difficult thing to do for a lot of football teams. Like, you see a lot of weird upsets when a football team has to travel across timelines. So it's not crazy that you're seeing a lesser performance out of at least the defense or something like that. It's just... still you got to overcome it and you got to play better, right? Like, you can't have this amount of missed tackles in the second half. And you definitely, what you can't allow here if you're the offense, and what the Browns offense needs to do that they did not do a good job of against the New York Giants, because the Browns had a similar lead against the New York Giants. What they did was, in this part, they gave up 14 points, right? Because they could not move the ball. And they allowed New York to get 2 more possessions. Got to just make this your possession and a half on this possession, or at least and most a half on this possession, and get points out of it. Can't allow a big swing like you did last week against the Giants.
Nate, Matt, Ryan, and Coach Cower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. 10 straight for Cleveland to open the game, and now 10 unanswered to tie it up for Las Vegas.
When you see the laces left, that means he's probably trying to kick the ball and get it on the ground in that landing zone.
Dynamic kickoff. Bobbled by Gary Brightwell. And he is cut down at the 16.
Not a great start to this drive.
Well, families affected by Hurricane Helene urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these families. Donate today to Hurricane Helene relief efforts by going to redcross.org/NFL.
All of our prayers for all of our team here at CBS, to everybody there in Florida, my hometown, and Tampa there at St. Petersburg beat up pretty bad, so we're thinking of you.
All right.
2:45 on the clock. A couple of timeouts here for the Browns to work with. Deshaun Watson, 11 of 12 throwing it so far. And they'll run it here with Jerome Ford. Maybe picked up a yard.
3 yards, something there.
Chason, who was just elevated off the practice squad, a former first-round pick, getting a lot of run today without Max Crosby on
so
the
Chason wears 44. Who wears 49?
Here for the Browns. It's interesting, the play clock and the game clock are almost in sync, but I think they would have to get another snap off here before the 2-minute.
You saw there the first drive was very complimentary pass and run, but not since.
Got it.
And the catch is made by Jerry Jeudy, the former
Good throw, good throw, good decision.
award winner from his college days at Alabama. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in a tie game.
Hey, Mark, stop being a defeatist in chat. Oh my goodness.
You should be voted sexiest man of the year.
Oh, they're still making Venom movies? That's like they're still doing that. I've not watched one. I heard the first one was okay. I think some people like the second one. Y'all like these Venom movies? Yeah. Someone said Watson's only incompletion was a drop this half. Yeah, he's done what he's supposed to do here. Like, I'm not walking out of this half complaining about Watson. It's more about the defense right now. Honestly, it's not really even about the offense. Offense has been out there, 3 times? This is their 3rd drive. I think they didn't score on 1. They got points on 2. I'm not going to complain about 2 out of 3 scores in 3 possessions. It's not really worthy of complaint about. What I am going to complain about is if you allow the opposite defensively, and you're supposed to be a much better unit than that, right? Where you give up 2 out of 3 scores. Haven't watched a Marvel film since Iron Man. Okay. 1, I do not believe you. And 2, that's wild. You watched one of the best Marvel movies and said, nah, I'm out. That's crazy.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by The World Can Work Better. And by Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car.
Hey, coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, JB, Nate, Matt Ryan.
Let's continue to build on it, y'all.
Latest NFL scores and highlights on a wacky day around the NFL thus far. That's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. We are square at 10 apiece, and the 2-minute drill here for Deshaun Watson and the Browns.
Need about 25 yards to get into field goal range.
Watson slings it out
there
to
you go.
Judy. The receiver screen, and Jerry out to the...
Way to throw right at the blitz. Saw the blitzer coming. Threw right at the empty spot. Got the space there.
The Raiders were bringing a blitz with their nickel back. Nate Hobbs off the edge. Watson saw it. He replaced.
There you go. Just replace the blitzer with the ball.
Immediately, you get a decent gain, get out of bounds. Nice play.
Patrick Graham now in his 3rd year.
That's something he did not do last week. He's doing a much better job of doing today. Still need to see him get the ball downfield a bit. You might have a chance here. Looks like tight man coverage.
Watson.
Middle field. Just run.
And now it runs out and downfield.
Oh, got him, Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy has great chemistry with Deshaun once he breaks the pocket. Great stuff there.
Good pocket originally, Ross, for Deshaun Watson. Watch Judy come all the way across and help his quarterback out, because there's not really anywhere to go.
Oh, you had him in conflict.
Judy breaks outside. They have a nice completion. They're already in field goal range.
All right, you
And
got a
that's the type of
completion.
play right there. Why the Browns signed Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's what he did in Houston.
That's what he looked like in Houston, and that's the guy that they thought and still think and hope.
Tight coverage top.
Extending plays.
Just run.
And throws that one into the turf. Tyree Wilson was...
All right, don't get happy back there now.
Matt Ryan in the studio for an update.
All right, guys, out in L.A., the Chiefs' offense has been struggling most of the first half, but the best way to get back on schedule is explosive plays. Patrick Mahomes finding Xavier Worthy for a 54-yard touchdown. 10-7, Chargers are on top. Back to you guys.
All right.
Well, the Chiefs have won the last 5 meetings against the Chargers. They seem to be finding their way.
As soon as Matt Ryan said explosive play, I said to myself, Xavier Worthy.
How did the Chiefs get the guy that ran the fastest?
They got him in a stacking man.
Is that possible?
That's going to be a story later in the year again. There's Foreman stuffed at the line. Cleveland does have a couple of timeouts to work with a 3rd down coming up here.
And the
We broke the 50, right? So if we broke the 50,
3rd and long.
we got time. We don't have to call a timeout. They're going to call a timeout. Yeah. Yeah. So they run the ball there to kind of force the Raiders to call timeout, I guess, or at least just try to drain some clock time here. Wonder what the Browns are thinking here. Are they going to try to get a field goal? Where are they at? Where's the ball? They were able to run the ball early in the game, but the Raiders have adjusted.
Big third down coming up, 3rd and 9. Minute and a half to go.
Raiders got 2 safeties deep there, taking away the deep shot. So you can look to Amari Cooper at the bottom of the screen in his one-on-one matchup.
40.
Jack Jones would have the coverage there. Looking for Cooper deep and a miss.
Oh, he just could not communicate.
Down, Tyree Wilson may have gotten Watson to throw that a little quick, and he's John right now with his right tackle, DeJuan Jones.
Well, he's frustrated because they let Tyree Wilson come free. Watch off the bottom of your screen.
DeJuan, you got to get your ass back. That is, yeah, he's right to be mad at DeJuan there. DeJuan, look, he lag asses back there. That is not good from your right tackle. You got to get your ass back. And you saw him do that all last game, right? Where he was just short arming, sitting. If he's hurt and can't be out there, he's got to let somebody know.
Instead,
you can't do that, DeJuan. Like, if that's the case, you can't be out there. Like, if you're hurt to the point where you can't get a normal kick out, then you can't be out there. There was a fight there. That looked like there was a fight on the sideline there. Yeah, whatever is the reason he can't kick out, like, he's got to kick. Like, you got to get to at least 2 steps there. Like, there's no excuse for that. It's not him whiffing. I think that I think people are saying whiffing. They don't understand what whiffing is. Whiffing is just like if you're in position and you just take a bad stab at it. That's whiffing. He's not even setting. Like, he's not getting set. And the O-line's not even playing bad. It's just DeJuan had that one mistake there, but I think the O-line's been fine this game. But DeJuan's got to get, like, whatever is causing that to happen, if that's not him just, like, mentally not being engaged, if that's, like, something physical that's causing that, he's got to tell somebody he's got to get out the game. Because say what you want about Jermaine Ifedi, he can drop back. Gotta do better than that. Not on a 3rd and 9, dude.
Part of CBS Premier Week and streaming on Paramount+.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Week 4 continues tonight with Sunday Night Football as the Bills face the Ravens on.
All right, Matthew. Get Matthew out of here.
Back to Las Vegas, and as you just saw on the Browns' last drive, some frustration mounting here on the sidelines between quarterback Deshaun Watson and their offensive lineman DeJuan Jones. Some words were exchanged, but guys, I'm looking at the both now. Watson has just come over to Jones. He's got both arms around him. He's whispering some words in his ear right now, so it seems things have appeared to settle down.
Full start. Offense, number 58. After this is to the goal, first down.
And we also saw Jameis Winston coming over to talk to the youngster.
Well, let's look at the play. DeJuan Jones at...
Did he just get confused? I think he got confused.
And you can see Deshaun Watson's not happy with him. It's always a tough spot for a quarterback, right? And then Jameis Winston got involved over on the sideline. I think he was trying to just be the peacemaker.
With a little more time, that could have been a touchdown for the Browns. Instead, they
Cannot let this happen. Oh my God.
the 20, and let's see if that changes their thinking a little bit here with time on the clock and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, because you're backed all the way up. You're hand the ball off. Let's not get a save. You're 1 tackle away from that being a 98-yard touchdown. It's a really good play to come up and make that tackle by Emerson, but now you can be aggressive and try to get into field goal range.
We gotta stop standing in the way of our own blessings. Okay, there we go, Miles. Thank you. Thank God for Miles Garrett. Oh, okay.
Getting to the quarterback. The reigning defensive player of the year has a moment.
Is that Joe Hayden? Hey, was that Joe Hayden?
Now called now by the Browns. Back in 30 seconds after this from
Wait. Was that Joe Hayden?
Let's see if that changes their thinking a little bit.
By Emerson, but now you can be aggressive and try to get into field goal range.
11 Tucker at the bottom of your screen is the speed burner. Again, no Devontae Adams and a sack taken. Myles Garrett getting to the quarterback. The reigning defensive player of the year.
Yes, that is Joe Hayden in the crowd with like regular people, I believe. Yeah, I see the tattoos. That's Joe Hayden just chilling in the crowd with a 23 chain on, like with regular people right now.
The Raiders run away from it to the right side. Devin Bush able to stop.
Yeah, he's just in the stands.
And Kevin
just chilling. Like, what is this?
Totally changed the approach by the Raiders, right? They went from, hey, maybe we can get some points, to now I think they're just probably going to run it here again and take it into the half.
Yeah.
I was like, dog, I know that ain't hell.
Why take any risk trying to throw this ball?
And I saw the tattoos. I'm like, that's 1,000% Joe Hayden. Like, he got the same sun tattoo, all that.
Watch Bauer.
And a 23 chain on.
Takes him out the legs there.
He had a nice spin move for the sack on the play before.
I think Myles Garrett might have had something to say.
All right, got to get him off the field here.
Split zone.
Okay, they're just not even going to try. Cool.
To split it.
And they'll take the knee here on.
That was a decision. All right.
And both.
Well, we're looking at the first half of this. I don't think much of the blame and the frustration should really go towards the offense. I think Deshaun's been fine in this game. I think he's missed 1 pass. That pass has been a dropped ball by Jerry Jeudy. And Jerry Jeudy, you can't really be mad at Jerry Jeudy because he really made a lot of plays on the last drive for the Cleveland Browns to extend it. So good stuff there for the Browns offense. Still not like a dominant performance or anything like that. You only got 10 points. But, given what we've been dealing with offensively, whatever, right? There's going to be the whole thing with DeJuan Jones. People are going to be upset about that. Fair enough. DeJuan did a horrible job getting out of his set. Like, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he was confused. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe there's an explanation, but it seems like they cleared that whole thing up. Offensive line, though, outside of that play, they've been fine. Like, they've been giving Deshaun Watson plenty of time in this game, and I think it showed with Deshaun being able to have a high completion percentage in this game. So offensive line's been fine. The run game hasn't been like electric, but it's been fine here. The defense is just, they're allowing way too much to happen on the ground against one of the worst rushing offenses in the NFL. Like, this is a horrible game for the defense. I know they've only given up 10 points, but the manner in which they've given up those 10 points is what does disturb me about this defensive performance, because it is 10 points given up, not because the Raiders are making great plays, but because they're just exploiting the same things that every other team's been able to exploit, right? Whether it be in the run game, whether it be in the passing game, right? We're throwing to the edges. We're placing guys on the outside. We're being able to take advantage of the fact that the Browns don't run a lot of flat defenders out there. And the Browns are countering with absolutely nothing. We're just staying in the same stuff, running the same personnel, and hoping that it just fixes itself. Also, the tackling defensively, I think, has been a massive disappointment. Like, if there's one thing that doesn't feel right about this defense, it's definitely the tackling, right? It's just a lot of missed tackles. it feels like we're in position to make a play to get a TFL, but then we just let Brock Bowers or whoever stay on their feet much longer than they should. Like that last year, even if they missed tackles, they were really good at making sure that they were effective with missing those tackles, slowing guys down, making them alter position, tripping them up so somebody can get the tackle later. Like if that's how they were missing tackles last year. This year, they're just falling off of these dudes. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why why the tackling is this pathetic, right? Yes, I understand there's been injuries at linebacker, but your corners are healthy, your defensive linemen are healthy, most of this defense is healthy. You should be able to do something as simple as make a tackle on a play you're in position for. So far, I'm concerned about this defense. I really think they need to change how they play, or at least have a difference of how they finish these plays going into the second half, because the Raiders get the ball to start that half. And if the Raiders score a touchdown to start the half, it completely changes the pace and the game plan for the Browns going forward. So got to be able to play the game that you need to play to win. And in order for that to happen, you need the Browns defense to start shoring things up sooner than later. Because if this becomes a shootout, if this becomes, a game where the Browns have to score 30-plus points, I'm not confident in their ability to do that. So if you want to win this game, got to slow the Raiders down. And I think it starts with the Browns. I think they're getting in their own way, really.
We got a problem. There's a mole within NCIS. Too many secrets. Dishonesty.
Casey and I have come up with a plan. It involves some favors, a little light treason.
I don't think Martin Emerson's been fooled. I don't get that analysis of this situation. Like, it ain't like people been carving them up. It's just been the structure of how the defense is ran, what they're trying to achieve, and what they're allowing because of it.
I just want this team back in one piece.
There's too much riding on this.
We're a prisoner by choice.
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling so good. Tell me about it.
NCIS is all new. CBS.
Just block the other Ray Rags. Yeah, block them. And like perma block them. Don't just time them out. Perma block them. All right, we're back here, taking my halftime break. checking in from the Raiders Stadium. How are we feeling thus far? They're getting on Dewan on the sidelines. Yeah, we talked. So Sly, if you missed it on the broadcast, they talked about that. Yeah, they got mad at Dewan. It seems like they done figured out things, or at least hopefully they done figured some shit out. But we need to figure out, like, hey, is Dewan looking like this because he's hurt, or is Dewan looking like this because he's just confused? Because if it's because he's hurt, he needs to be off the field. Ross Tucker and Jay Feely. Yeah, I think
Quarterback Gardner Minshew. And
that's what I need to figure out. Defensively, I mean, like, it's one thing for the Raiders to have 10 points. That's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm not freaking out about the 10 points. It's another thing for the ease in which they've been able to get to 10 points. It's the concern, right? You got to provide a lot more resistance than this defensively.
Open up this third quarter. Hopkins boots it away towards the end zone. And that's where it will stay. Moments ago, Tiffany caught up with Kevin Stefanski.
Coach Stefanski, you all had success on opening drives and even scored on your second one, but trouble sustaining them later on in games. How do you fix that in this one?
Yeah, a couple missed opportunities there. We got to capitalize, but we have to just play a good 30 minutes of complimentary ball.
With the offensive line, a lot going on there with the injuries. Will you make any adjustments this half?
We're going to try to see if Ethan Posey can come back. I'm not sure, but we got to be ready to deal with any of these injuries. That's just part of it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Posick was hurt in the first half, and right away here for the defensive unit, Jordan Hicks, the linebacker, was also hurt, out with an elbow injury right now. And the Raiders will throw it across the
Well, that's not a good start.
Myers out to midfield.
They're having success with the RPOs. Are the Raiders, because Minshew's reading it so well. As soon as he sees the blitzing linebacker, he knows it's man-to-man coverage.
We're just too predictable. We are so predictable right now, defensively.
Defender is blitzing.
Well, Newsome was on Myers there. Because of that RPO, he came off, and then Ward had to try to come over, but there was a big gap, and they were able to exploit it.
Gardner Minshew now 70% accuracy.
There we go. Oh my goodness.
9-yard line. And a big hit by Devin Bush. Owusu Koromoa also in the neighborhood.
Now, I would say, and look, we're all celebrating the big hit, and I'm happy that they got the big hit, but why are we using our hit stick? Like, you know, we could just wrap up. Like, I would sacrifice the big hit so we can wrap up, because we've been missing too many tackles.
And he is not messing around. He has bad intentions when he arrives. That was awesome.
Their leading tackler, who was a Pro Bowler last year.
There you go. Good pressure. Get him off the field here.
And then it's going to be third down and long.
Yeah,
get him off the field here.
Cleaner, or Minshew got through his reads and his progressions quicker. Tucker was wide open early.
Well, he told us his plan today was to let it rip. You know, Aiden O'Connell came on in the fourth quarter last week, but Gardner said, no looking in the rearview mirror. Can't stress yourself to success. Just got to focus on the next play, and he'll try and do that right here. Hit as he releases incomplete.
Good job.
Now a flag thrown in the direction of Myles Garrett, who got a hit on the quarterback.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 91. 15-yard thing. Automatic. Touchdown.
That's actually Alex Wright.
And you
can't lower your head.
That. But any hit to the head or neck area.
Just put your head to the side and make the tackle.
See, this is the stuff, man. We get off the field. This has happened so many times this year. We get off the field, we do some things right, we're about to get off the field, and then we make a big mistake. We got to get out of our own way.
Line 1st and 10.
And it would have been a stop. They would have gotten the ball back, a nice stop for that defense, and give your offense the ball. Instead, now you got the first down inside field goal range.
Yeah, that would have been a change of possession. Instead, it's Brock Bowers now, the motion man. Play action. And wide open is the
Yeah, here we fucking go, man.
Harrison Bryant, he's got a first down.
Nice design there from the Raiders OC, Luke Getsy, because he had Harrison Bryant stay in the block. Watch the right side of your screen. He'll block for a second and then release. Looks like a dropped coverage, though, for the Browns. Perhaps it was because Bryant blocked for that second, kind of fooled the Browns. They didn't think he was going out for a pattern.
1st and 10, Raiders on the move, looking for their first lead of the day. Zamir White into the red zone. The latest in a long line of outstanding running backs out of Georgia, the likes of Herschel Walker and Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, Todd Gurley, to name a few. Trying to take over for Josh Jacobs, who left for Green Bay. And the last 4 games of the year last season, he was the top rusher in the NFL, was Zeus.
That's not a bad roughing call. If you lower your helmet, the crown of your helmet on the quarterback, they're going to call that 100 times out of 100. You have to know that.
Out to the edge.
We just don't love, we can't put anybody out there on the flat.
A lot of space again, and here's why. They're bringing a blitz off the
Blitzing. We're not even getting home with the blitz. It's not coming fast enough. What is the benefit of this?
I mean, all of them. Newsome, Emerson, obviously Denzel Ward. And there are plays to be made in some of these games, Jay, that they're not making. I saw it a couple times against Neighbors and the Giants last week.
Here comes Myles Garrett. They bring him in off the sidelines for this 3rd down, trying to bring him right here off the edge.
Bowers slotted right.
Did my man draw an arrow for the edge rusher? Good coverage.
Good coverage by Newsome, and it's 3rd down.
The Raiders want a penalty there. I think it's a good no call. We're just talking about these corners, and that was excellent by Newsome. Watch him. I mean, there's a little bit of contact there. I don't think there's enough to call it.
He's trying to get his head around. When you're trying to get your head around, let's watch Newsome here. There's the contact you were talking about, but he's got his hands up in the air trying to get it around. His body position is what makes the contact more than the arms.
So Carlson will come on for the field goal attempt, 34 yards.
Still can't give up a field goal attempt here, man. Like, still, that's a bad set from the defense. Like, this is about as bad as you can look about giving up 13 points in 2 quarters. This is bad.
How do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Ask your healthcare provider and book at vaxassist.com.
They should get off they should have got off the field on the first set there when they had the 3rd down. But just again, small mistakes. This has been the thesis of the Browns' defensive performances in any game that they've lost this year. Small mistakes, right, that lead to scoring drives. Small mistakes early that lead to scoring drives. It can't keep happening. The hands to the face last week with Greg Newsome. Gets hands to the face, negates an interception from Ronnie Hickman. That ends up being a touchdown drive for the New York Giants. So what could have been 3 points for the Cleveland Browns ends up being 7 points for the New York Giants. Big deal there, right? Same thing happened in Dallas. Same thing happened in Jacksonville. So it's happened every week this season where we get off the field, we get a break, but then we want to make a mistake here, get a stupid penalty or penalty we don't need in that moment. And it just compounds more problems on top of more problems. And then we're wondering what's going wrong. It's really the little shit that's starting to pile up with this defense, man.
You don't gotta lie to all of us.
Why?
All right, man. If you're talking about Kevin Stefanski needs to be fired when we're talking about the defense underperforming, please shut the fuck up. I am not dealing with you today if you're just going to pound a drum for Kevin Stefanski being fired. He's not being fired. Get over it. We're not doing this. Jesus.
For the private use of our audience, any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
CBS streams live on Paramount Plus all season long on any device. Go to ParamountPlus.com/NFL to sign up today. A costly 15-yard roughing the passer penalty.
They gotta fix those mistakes. They gotta just play cleaner football. They played absolutely dirty football first 4 weeks of the season.
Vegas on top.
All right, offense, do something.
Cleveland getting its touchdown on a long first possession drive of the game. And have struggled a bit to find their footing since, but they are keeping a clean sheet and a clean jersey for their quarterback Deshaun Watson thus far. As Blakewell returns it to the 21, and it's back to Deshaun. And that line in front of him.
Kind of a mixed bag for the Browns in the first half. I thought they did a nice job in the first quarter in particular. Nick Harris was in there at center, even in some stunts. It's called a TT stunt. They were able to pick it up, and Watson had time, but then obviously the play we talked about quite a bit, where Watson was not happy with his right tackle, DeJuan Jones, and knew it was a missed opportunity.
And Ethan Posick back in there at center. He got hurt in the first half, and now returns.
Good ball. There you go.
Across the 35 to Amari Cooper.
Technically coming back home, coming back to play the team he was originally drafted for.
Wilkins comes right through and hits Deshaun before he delivers that ball.
First time we've said Wilkins' name, and the first time we should mention again Zach Zinter, number 70 right there. The rookie out of Michigan making his first start at right guard, and that was a little bit of a welcome to the NFL moment with that inside move from Wilkins.
Big challenge for them through 3 weeks. Watson had the most sacks, took the most hits.
Go. You got it. It's first now. Kevin says tackling/mistakes from not playing preseason still. Man, you can't blame this on the preseason. They played enough games. This isn't about the preseason.
And he also said he got to talk with Joel Bitonio, the future Hall of Famer, who made a list for him with some tips. And he told me that he got great vet advice on the game.
Like if this were the first week or two, maybe. Yeah, you could blame it on the preseason. But honestly, outside the first week, I don't really want to hear about what you did or did not do in the preseason.
Watson rolling
just
out
run
for some help, and he'll run out of bounds. Yeah, those are the Bitonio bits.
You named it. That's good name.
We're going to try.
Should we move on from Conklin due to injuries?
A guy, Ross, to be able to have a guy.
We might need him to play.
All of his tips for each of the guys, and then share that with you going into your first start.
Highly valuable, because a lot of it was specific to Christian Wilkins and what Christian Wilkins likes to do. So to have a veteran that kind of gives you the background of a player of Wilkins' ilk is really impressive.
Jerome Ford offset here on 2nd and 9.
Here you go. There you go.
Terrific cut and second effort.
Much better drive. Nice.
He's got another first down to move the chains.
And the offensive line is doing a good job today. They're giving them some time here. Just finding the hook route here in the flat. I mean, not in the flat, in the middle of the field.
Watson's made the right decisions as to when to run, when to throw. You know, the numbers aren't necessarily huge yet, but still 16 out of 19. Watson's having a nice day so far.
Triangle top.
Watch to the top of your screen. Ford.
Let's get outside. There you go.
To the outside and will not get to midfield. Robert Spillane, the undrafted free agent 6 years ago out of Western Michigan, and you two can speak to this. The chip on that shoulder for you undrafted guys, right?
Well, I love it. Despite all the success that he's had, and as good a player as he's become, he talked about how he keeps that mentality of the undrafted guy. People.
Somebody get hurt?
At every team that he's been with, and
who called timeout? Who called timeout?
Role, but emotionally and as a leader as well.
3 consecutive games with double-digit tackles.
Who caught this? Is this a TV timeout?
Derrick Henry.
Ross, you gotta love this.
Are you kidding? It's one of my favorite things ever.
The woman on the broadcast, I don't know who it is, but she is not the annoying part of the broadcast. Like, it's Ross Tucker, and Whatever, Jay Philly aren't great on this one. She's actually had some interesting stuff to say.
How about when your head coach shows that play to the team and says, hey, this is the kind of effort we need from everybody?
Jay Philly out here highlighting like, oh yeah, this is what Miles gonna do, and it's like an edge rush arrow.
Raider, he's out for at least a play.
That time.
Watson all day.
Here, oh shit! Here comes the weird.
Intercepted by Trayvon.
Here comes the weird, man.
Bounced away from Amari Cooper.
Well, I just don't know what's going on with Amari Cooper. That was a great.
That was right in his chest.
A perfect throw, and he leaves the NFL and he drops another easy one.
Yeah, I don't get that, Coop. Coop, come on, man. That was an abysmal drop. Okay, defense, if you have it in you, wake the fuck up now, please. Thank you very much. You're not about to call Coop a loser. Please get out of here with that. It just seems like we work so hard for 3 to 5 yards to make so many mistakes while we shoot ourselves in the foot. It just seems like, yeah, like it's just easier for teams to get 5 yards against us than it is for us to get 5 yards against them when we come down to it. Pretty basic, but it's frustrating as hell to watch. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to hear the story about what happened on that play. From the onset, it looks like that's 100% on Coop not catching that ball. I don't really see how it could not be on Coop. I never get, oh, they are an aggressive defense, so just accept they'll give up play action bootlegs and jet sweeps argument. Brian Flores is much more aggressive, but they can give up jet sweeps all the time. I mean, like, the issue isn't that the Browns are aggressive, Gagan. The issue is that they aren't tackling. Like, it's not whether they're aggressive or passive. Like, there's no the defense is like, hey, we want to be passive. Every defense wants to be aggressive. The issue is they're not capitalizing on the opportunities they're creating to get off the field when they are being aggressive because they're not making tackles.
On that last play, it's so unfortunate, Jay, that counts as interception for Deshaun Watson. I mean, that was maybe his best throw of the day.
That's what I was going to say. A very clean pocket by the offensive line. Deshaun rips it, and Amari Cooper drops it again, and it ends up in an interception.
Just the second takeaway of the season.
Please wake up, defense. Please wake up.
13 unanswered and set up nicely here close to midfield. Minshew going.
Nope. Oh, thank God.
Catch by Jacoby Myers. Couldn't quite reel it in.
What is going on?
We take another look at the pick.
Well, watch the pocket first that the offensive line creates. Excellent. So Deshaun can step into it, and he steps in and rips it. And it's right there. It's just a great throw. Amari Cooper coming into the game had the lowest receiving percentage. 41% of targets were receptions in the NFL. Like, it's just stunning for a guy who's such a good receiver.
Had his best game of the year last week. Now the miscue here.
All right.
It's up Las Vegas.
Just get off the field.
2nd and 10. Slant. And the catch is made by Myers and a flag as he picks up.
Are they going to call OPI?
And it's going to be pass interference on the Browns.
So that was a called run, but Minshew has the ability to pull it and throw the backside slant off of it. It's basically a built-in RPO, run pass option for Minshew.
interference. Defense number 23. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So you'll see, look, watch the offensive line. They are block and run. I mean, that is a downhill run. But Minshew has the ability to throw the slant off it. When he sees the linebacker coming downhill, like Jim Schwartz likes his linebackers to play, he knows there's a lot of space on an in-breaking route to deliver the football. Minshew, with the heads he played in.
He knows Emerson's in press coverage. He's got Myers. You would think that's what they would have done a lot with Devontae Adams had he been in there.
Rolling away from Myles Garrett. Sidearms it to Myers, and he's got a first down. To the 35-yard line. Good improv from Gardner Minshew.
It was good improv, but Denzel Ward almost picked this ball off as Minshew's rolling out. 21 comes in. He's got an opportunity to make that play, but Myers does a good job coming back to the ball.
Just go. Don't try to pick it off, though. Just try to just get the back breakup. Like, you need the...
He doesn't even make the tackle. I mean, Myers was able to sustain it and get yards after.
We keep trying to get highlights defensively, and we keep getting
for him.
wildly coyoted by it. Like,
2 yards today. The pitch to White.
Like, still, I love that you're diving in there head first. It's awesome. It's gonna be great for you. But like, why is that the only way we're tackling? It's like we got our. It's like somebody just learned how to use the hit stick, and we just hit stick every tackle attempt. And then we're like, why are there so many missed tackles?
Raiders offense is doing a good job of getting to the edge on this defense.
Playing without their best guys today.
Like, somebody needs to tell them just to fucking relax.
Second down, Minshew. Incomplete, took an...
You're good. There we go. It's 3rd down and 9. Get off the field here.
Former Raider got to him, and it's 3rd down and 9.
This ain't on Jim Schwartz as much as it's on the individual efforts of these players. Like, maybe Jim Schwartz is giving them the coaching point to go out and attack. And I'm not saying Jim Schwartz is blame free here, by the way. Like, he has some things that he's doing wrong that are contributing to this problem as well. But it's like, why are we trying to dive at every tackle? Why are we trying to...
Pressure coming from the Browns. Madison.
See, dog. See, that's exactly the shit I mean. We're not powerful at the point of attack. When we meet somebody there, we can't drive them back. Like, the Browns defense used to drive guys back when they got contact on them last year, almost automatically. Now, whenever we get contact on somebody, they just carry us. Like, what? We're not powerful. We're not trying to be powerful. We're trying to go low on every single tackle. And then we're wondering why we're getting ran over.
The best the Raiders have run the ball all season.
And look at the improvement. 2 times better than their average. Turner this time on the end around. Breaking a tackle inside the...
Do I even got to say it? Do I even got to say it? Do I even have to say it? Do I even have to explain how that scored? It don't matter what scheme you running, dog. You tackle like that. I don't even have to explain that, right? That's ridiculous.
Nice block.
Bowers too, Jay. Trey Tucker to the left side, and watch 89.
What the fuck is this?
Right there. It's Tucker.
Just.
And then why is JOK going for a strip at the 6-yard line?
Work 11 guys. That's what they said to us. We said, hey, how do you fix the run game? It has to be 11 guys working as one.
I don't know how you make this mistake all first half. You go into halftime and you just double down on making these mistakes.
The extra point. 20 unanswered.
This is crazy. We can't catch the ball on offense. Amari Cooper just like letting one dribble off his chest leads to an interception. And then defensively, I mean, like, are we even trying? Like, is this an effort thing? Are we not trying anymore? What is going on, man? I can't justify it. Like, and I'm not trying to hear any like cockamamie theories on why it's happening. It doesn't matter why it's happening. It matters that it's happening. And it shouldn't be that complicated to fix. It really shouldn't. Just tackle the ball carrier. That's all you got to do. You're there. Almost every time they get one of these big plays, we got two guys there ready to make a tackle. We can't tackle him. Now this dude who's been on the worst rushing offense in the NFL, he's Derrick Henry in his prime. Like, what's going on? This team missed tackles last year, but they were a good tackling team last year. Don't know what's up with this year. It's almost night and day. You would think we just have different players on the roster. I'm feeling right now. Well, I can't see the emoji. My screen's small here.
Is PayPal.
All right, man. All right, well, you're only down 10. Score on offense, and let's just try to win this fucking game. We can worry about the defense after a win. Let's try to win this game. Let's get a couple of stops. This is just... Come on. What happened to our defense? Same coach, same players. No excuse to be playing like this. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't care that they didn't play much in the preseason. That doesn't change this. This is just bad. Like, this is 2022 level bad defense from the Cleveland Browns right now. And it's happening against one of the worst offensive teams in the NFL. Like, the Raiders were about to bench Gardner Minshew last week. They benched Gardner Minshew last week because their offense was playing so poorly. And they're doing this to you, and they don't even have Devontae Adams out there. You're letting Trey Tucker do this to you. And I bet 60% of y'all, if you don't play fantasy football, had no idea who Trey Tucker was. That being said, still only down by 10. Let's try to win this damn game.
To play at Crosby and still get a win, that would be gigantic for Antonio Pierce's squad.
This is their biggest lead of the season, and moments ago, here's Harry Ruiz.
Biggest lead of the season.
Spanish radio call.
Nah, I don't want to hear it. Don't put me through this in Spanish. Why y'all trying to torture me? Why? Hey, y'all saw that touchdown run? Here's the Spanish call. All the other touchdowns, you ain't played them in Spanish. Why you playing this one in Spanish?
DJ, go DJ.
Nah, that's crazy.
Hey, DJ.
That's crazy.
All night long. Here's Watson. Wait for
this or 2022 Joe Woods defense. It's shocking how poorly they're playing.
The balls and not being.
I mean, is this just what the defense looks like if Myles Garrett can't play most snaps?
And Elijah Moore to step up.
It's ridiculous.
Watson hands it off to Ford.
He'll run for it. Way to get the first down.
Again there to meet him. He's right at the line to gain, and they're going to move the chains. First down, Browns.
He has 11 tackles already in this game. I just love the fact that we talked to him. He knew how important it would be for him to step up. With the absence of Max Crosby, certainly doing that.
I think you made a good point, Jay, about the Browns looking for Jerry Jeudy. He gets open a lot. He's had some nice catches. It feels like number 3 might be the Browns' go-to guy, or maybe he should be instead of Cooper at this point.
Yeah, it was Cooper in the fourth quarter last week. All 3 receivers to the right.
There's a penalty here.
On the play, and he's able to find his tight end again.
That feels like it's against us.
Hart, and maybe coming back.
I think this might be a motion penalty on Amari
exactly
Cooper.
What I saw. Came forward too early.
This is another really nice play by Watson that's probably going to come back.
Illegal shift. Number 2 off.
Well, that's actually on Watson. I know they're blaming that on Amari Cooper, but Watson has to make sure everybody's set before he goes off with the ball.
Vegas, the former first-round pick for the Raiders.
Again, it's not a big deal, but like...
And it's not going the way he had hoped.
So far, Watson's mistakes in this game have been not selling a fourth down and go for it situation and snapping the ball early one time with Amari.
We're giving them a great chance. And by the way, about half this stadium is Browns fans. So they're having to watch this in person.
Watson has to tell Ford to get back into the backfield with him. Heat coming from Vegas, and they get the sack. They sent the house, and they got there. And it's Isaiah Polomao, the guy who couldn't get any sleep last night, thinking about his first career start today.
Polomao is going to come from the right side. You can't even see him right now because the Browns brought an overload blitz to that side. They brought 4. The Browns 3 there to protect. So either, and that's it.
It's slide right. Browns, Eagles, Cowboys. Who's winning the Unserious Bowl so far?
Told us more pressure is the answer.
The nephew of Troy Polamalu, a third-year man out of Southern Cal, gets to the quarterback. 2nd and 23. Watson for Judy.
Good catch.
And he's got it.
All right, that make it 3rd and somewhat manageable.
With Matt Ryan.
All right, Beth, Jaden Daniel is going to find Terry McLaurin in the back of the end zone for the touchdown to put Washington 35-14. The 2-point conversion was good. Jaden Daniels on the day, 25-28. Back to you, Beth.
Going back to where he played college at ASU, where he started out and looking like a rookie of the year right now.
What a start for him. Here's 3rd and 12 for the Browns. 50% today, much better than they were through the first 3 games. More pressure coming. Wilkins right up the middle, and they get the sack again. Led by Janaris Robinson, and it's 4th down.
We mentioned how much the Browns struggled last week against twists and stunts, and that's exactly.
Yeah, we know they were going to get twisted and stunted on that, right side or left side? Yeah, they twisted Dewan. Dewan gets confused. And then the inside just gets blown up here.
And Harris, Zinter, the right guard, needs to flatten that initial D tackle better than he did.
That's a rookie guard and a backup center on that play. No Ethan Posick. And a chance for a return here for the Raiders. McAllister will take it out across the 20. And Vegas will go to work there. Statement from the defense for Las Vegas, a pair of sacks.
Well, Las Vegas's defense has surely showed up into this game. Somebody please get the Browns defense from the parking lot. I would like to see them show up here so we can have a chance to try to win this game. That would be great. I mean, I know people are like, he could have got rid of it quicker on that blitz where he got sacked. There are times where, yeah, you can get rid of it quick in 3rd and manageable situations, but 3rd and 12, you do kind of have to just wait for something to develop, even if you get overloaded, or like just get rid of it and yam it as far downfield as you can. All right, still only down 10. Play some defense. Defense shows up. You're still only down 10.
It's for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
Not in a bag, but pretty please.
Birdie, don't. Go ahead. Press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do it.
Okay. Team is just falling apart. Hard to stay positive. Will our defense ever wrap up? Will our O-line ever be able to handle a stunt? They've handled the stunts most of the game. They just got beat on that one.
BetMGM's got your back. Get your welcome offer and play with the sportsbook born in Vegas.
Holiday seats. up to a $1,500 new customer offer and bonus bets when you sign up now. BetMGM. Download and bet today.
Wakey, wakey, it's Sunday morning football. Watch live as Justin Jefferson leads the Vikings against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Jets Vikings, Sunday, October 6th at 9:30 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Saturday, we have a college football doubleheader here on CBS, kicking off at noon Eastern with undefeated Navy taking on Air Force.
All right. Are we just too predictable on both sides of the ball? I don't think you've been predictable on offense. I think the only time you're predictable is defensively.
It's been
and you're predictable because you're putting yourself in position to have to be predictable because you're allowing them to gash you in certain areas of the field.
They bring back almost everybody. They go re-sign Shelby Harris.
Like right there, the Browns had like 8 guys in a box. Why? Because they haven't been able to stop the run all goddamn game.
Coverage, 0 interceptions on the season. This is where you need your defense to step up. You're down 20-10. Got to find a way to make a big play, get the ball back, and try to get your team.
No, defense. Do not listen to him. You do not need a big play. Just get them off the field.
For the first time this year, 135 yards on the ground. They go with 12 personnel here.
18 is up.
Tackle. Oh my God. Is he Derrick Henry?
And he's out across the 30. It'll be third down.
Bro, I better see him eat against every other team in the NFL.
And that may take us down to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, it's going to take us down to the end of the third.
But you're up by 10. The clock is your friend.
Why wouldn't you do a hard count here?
There's really no reason to run
Appreciate you, Q. Stay positive, my guy. I'm going to stay honest about what the team is doing. No, he's not snapping the fucking ball.
You tried to do just that, and the quarter runs out. End of the third, heading to the fourth with our score. Raiders 20, Browns 10 back after this.
If Jacksonville didn't exist, we'd probably be the most disappointing team in the NFL right now. This is ridiculous. Let's get off the field, try to get these 10 points back. Look, I'd rather talk about these problems than a win. So still, while you got a chance to win, try to win. If you're 2-2 with these problems, it seems it's a lot more fixable than if you're 1-3 with these problems. So get the freaking win. See here. Thank you, Willie Johnson, for the $1 super chat. Just got to try to win here. Simple as that. Get a stop, score something offensively, get another stop, score, see where you're at. It's really all you can do. We'll talk about the problems with the defense and the offense once we get there, but try to win this game. You still got a chance to do it. They traded Carl Anthony Towns from Minnesota for Julius Randle, Devontae DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick. It's not a terrible trade. The super chat here. At this point, I'm not even shocked. I'm just numb. Okay, it's a bit dramatic. Let's just try to win this damn game, man. Ugh. Schwartz gets exposed by his third or fourth year as a coordinator, 5-11 incoming. Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to go 5-11.
Probably the former offensive lineman in me, but the biggest difference is the Raiders are blocking better than the Browns are.
Well, this defensive front needs to stop right here. You got to get penetration. They're expecting a run. Try and get in there, get a tackle in the backfield for the Browns.
3rd down and 1.
There we go. Fumble. There we get on top of it. Yes. Oh, we back. We back. Drop him. Let's go. Okay. There it is. Just try to win the damn game, baby. Let's go.
Going for it, and you got it. You said the defense needs to make a big play. Watch.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's going to come through there, gets off the rookie. He gets the first hit, then JOK comes in.
Is it effort? I've seen these guys play so much better. I don't know, but hopefully they change it around after that, right? What a play.
Stop. But not only that, we talked about it, the lack of big plays, to get the turnover, and then to get the touchdown, to get your team back in this game. Enormous play for Jim Schwartz and his defense.
I believe that.
Just when I'm about to be out, they keep pulling me back in.
He hooked it.
No good.
Did we miss the extra point? I don't care. I'm not gonna let that kill the vibe. We've had no vibes all game. I'm not about to let that kill the vibe. I don't care. All right, now defense, please. Now bear with me now. Defense, what we cannot do, and what I will beg you to not do, defense, is please don't ruin that moment by letting a touchdown happen on the next ensuing drive. Like, get them off the field, the offense get the ball, and let's stack, man. Let's stack. Hey, look, that shit happened so fast, the super chat still ain't caught up. Somebody just said D-Hop has been shaky in a game that he made a 58-yard field goal. Put that man on timeout. Like, I'm not dealing with you today. Like, what? I take my vitamin D. We are due for a rubber. I don't know what you meant, and I don't want to say it because I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Jason. Yeah, I don't know what you trying to say there, bruh. I appreciate the super chat, though. Play some damn defense now. All right, the super chats are caught up. James just said, wow. And I thought the same thing, too. Wow.
After the missed extra point early in this 4th quarter, and a short kick here will be returnable. McAllister.
Oh.
Hit hard at the 25.
Okay, the defense seems like they have their energy up again.
All right, so Jay, let me explain to you what happened on the critical missed extra point here. Looks like a good snap, good hold. I'm going to say it's the plant leg. He got the plant leg too close to the ball. That's my expert opinion.
Could see his toe come up early, pulls across it, but a huge miss. This would have been a 3-point game. You have the momentum. Yeah. Because of the miss, it's a 4-point game, and that has an impact.
Hey, man, that missed field extra point ain't going to matter if you score a touchdown and get a stop. That's how I feel about it. Don't make the missed extra point matter. How about that, right? Like, how about you don't play sorry enough that we're sitting here complaining about a mixed extra point for a whole week? How about we get a stop here defensively, score a touchdown offensively, and go for 2 and be successful, and then we forget that we even missed the extra point to begin with? How about that?
The time has come to
We were due for that, T.O. Thanks for doing what you do, Q, from Jason. Appreciate the $20 bomb right there. Appreciate you, bro.
GMC.
Boy, we needed that one. Everybody needed that. The team needed that. The people in the stadium needed that. The announcers needed that to stay awake. I needed that. Y'all needed that. Everybody needed that to happen right there. Oh, my goodness. Matt Miller, Cedar Point needs to name a ride after this team because we are the definition of a roller coaster at this point. We're something. We're something. I don't know if I would call it a roller coaster at this point, but we're definitely something. I agree with you. This is so weird. Just as I was checking waivers for a defense. Oh, on fantasy football?
Tyreek McAllister has taken today on special teams. He heads back to the locker room.
Appreciate the super chat.
Fumble.
All right, let's capitalize.
Touchdown on a scoop and score. Raiders back to work on 1st and 10.
There it is. Oh, look. That ain't happened all game. You see where a running back runs into a wall of Browns defenders and then we actually like hold our ground. That's not happened all game.
For 5 yards a carry. Pretty good job from this offensive line. Kind of makeshift offensive line. These running backs have been physical.
And they're doing it to your point.
I think I broke my toe running around the basement, but it was damn worth it. Damn, Jerry.
A Browns defense that we think at least.
Hope you all right. You might need to go to urgent care, bruh. Take care of that.
Addison stays in at tailback. Picks up one block. Buys some time for Minshew and Brock Bowers, who the Browns have kept very quiet offensively today, has his second catch.
Yeah, kind of surprised that he hasn't had more.
We got a little space here.
Adams. We thought it'd be a big deck.
Hey, man, I just think we need to get Devin Bush off the field.
Well, as a rookie, you watch him run routes, Ross, and he comes off. He doesn't slow down on his brakes, has a really good feel.
And he's smart. He was the hot route there.
Amari needs some new gloves.
Owusu Koromoa and Devin Bush. So Bowers knew, I just got to turn around and give Minshew somewhere to throw the ball.
Gardner was able to beat the blitz. 1st and 10 Raiders. Looking to Myers on the outside, and it's
good coverage.
Behind him. He'll send it down to Tiffany.
Hey, I just heard Ross mention how smart Brock Bowers is, and that is what Gardner Minshew was telling us about. He said football just comes second nature to him, and that you don't have to explain a lot of stuff to him. You give him an idea of the play, and he can just go execute it. He has an innate understanding of the game. Minshew said it's crazy, and he's having quite the rookie season, guys.
And what's so crazy is us talking with him on Friday, the Raiders used to have training camp on his middle school fields. I mean, if an NFL team's having training camp on your middle school field, what does the high school field look like?
Old Redwood Middle up in Napa behind the Napa Marriott. That's where their training camp used to be.
There you go. 3rd down.
There's Myers with a catch.
Let's get this one.
A couple of yards short. It's 3rd down. They'll need the Cleveland 49.
Not a wine guy, though, Brock Bowers.
More like a beer guy like you. Big third down here. We saw it on the last series. Third down is short. Raiders had an opportunity to really take control of this game. They fumbled the ball. Cleveland gets in the backfield, gets a big stop, gets the turnover and a touchdown. So can the Raiders respond on this third and short?
Do they have confidence in their running game? Expect the Browns to bring the heat with the linebackers.
I think I'd go play action now.
That's what they do.
Miles, there it is. Boom. Yes. There it is. Big time. Big time.
Quincy went play action pass. Watch Myles Garrett. He is going Colton Miller. He's not thinking run at all. He was feeling pass all the way. That is tough for an offensive lineman. If you're trying to sell play action,
Well, look at JOK on the other side too, just blowing it up.
Whatsoever.
Second sack for the Browns, and now they have seized the momentum, forcing the punt here. It's a boomer from A.J. Cole. Crochet.
Beautiful. Oh,
drops it inside the 5 and spins out of bounds.
All right, Watson, get one.
He's fired up. Good for you, AJ.
All right, get one, Watson. Get a drive here.
Okay. And I are checking up.
Watch this action. This is Jay Feely on the par 5 over at Shadow Creek, I think.
Yeah, this is what I do when I hit a tell you.
Their special teams unit.
I love kicker punter celebrations. Kicker punter celebrations are the best. Look, he's still doing it. What does that mean? Just flexing?
I'm flexing on him.
So now the Browns go to work with the black hole right behind them through the Raiders' end zone. And they're looking for a chance to grab the lead back, or at least tighten it up. Because right now that missed
2nd and 8
point looms large.
Now remember the last drive, Deshaun Watson was under pressure. Left side, they brought 4, and the Browns only had 3 to pick it up. A blitz with a stunt with it.
Oh, he had more in the middle. He had Judy in the middle of the field.
Stunt with a tackle, were able to pick off the right guard, Zach Zinter. You got to expect that to come here. It's either going to be pressure or some type of stunt where the defensive linemen are twisted.
4 guys coming. Watson
Got it.
Gets it away, and it's
Good catch, Coop.
by Amari Cooper for a first down.
Good catch, Coop.
Went with the stunt, but the Browns did a good job of picking it up. Deshaun Watson has a clean pocket, and then the ability to go back to Amari Cooper. Nice job by him after the drop and the interception to go down low and get that ball and get a first down.
To your point, Jay, those are the 2 things where the Browns have struggled a little bit, right? The twists, the stunts, as well as Cooper with the drop. Both of them came through on that critical play.
Jerome Ford back in at tailback. Judy and Cooper both go to the left. Watson.
Run.
Buying some time. Wide.
Oh, got him. What? What? They just left him wide open. Oh, Amari Cooper, we forgive you. Oh, my goodness.
And a flag.
Oh, no. Oh, these motherfuckers.
Take the points off the board.
Oh.
It's the backup center who's now in for the injured Ethan Posick, Nick Harris.
Wow.
What happened?
Right side of your screen, Harris is right there. Again, it's when Watson steps up. Harris needs to try to keep moving.
That's such a ticky-tack call, man. That's so tight.
Wilkins was the defender there.
Yeah, we're going to check out the reverse angle. I cannot believe they called that a hold right there on Nick Harris. Watch 53. You're allowed to grab like that. His hands are inside the framework.
He's in great position, right?
Body. That's where you want.
Oh, that's such a bullshit call.
Let's see the very end of it. Right. Oh, man.
Let's see if there's a... Raiders take a timeout. That'll allow us to check in with Gene Steratore. Gene?
You know, Ross makes a good point on it, Beth. As long as you're keeping that defender or opponent inside your framework, we really don't look at the grab on the pads. Now, with that said, the minute your feet get beat, the minute the defender works himself outside of that framework, you've got to let go. Now, I don't see where that right hand is right there as Watson starts.
He let go.
You can see that Harris is just letting that go, and then you see the backhand that's holding it. You've got to call it at that point now, because now I've worked myself outside of the framework, and that restriction now is putting the defender at a disadvantage.
So from that other angle, that's very rare. It was his left hand. Usually it's your outside hand, but it was actually the left hand, and they saw
Get it back.
the jersey stretch right there. I'm okay with it.
Takes points off the board. Swing pass here to Ford.
Good play, Ford.
At the 10.
Way to get it back. Way to get all those yards back.
Team.
And that was the critical thing, because it was the touchdown to Cooper, the long touchdown, a breakdown in the secondary for the Raiders, and you have this huge, enormous play to give you the lead. It's just that little grab right there cost you the touchdown.
And they came into the game without 3 stars on the offensive line, and now Harris is the 4th new guy up front.
That would have been an
Run. Just run.
score. Good scramble here.
All right, 3rd and 1.
Watson, and he'll give them a chance on 3rd down and short.
5th time we've seen Deshaun scramble and get out and run. And he scrambled and thrown the ball. He scrambled and run and made plays. He's got 27 yards rushing, and he's looked good. He's looked more in this game like the Deshaun Watson that we remember than we've seen as a Cleveland Brown.
They're in a run formation here on 3rd and 3. They have not run it that well. It's 3rd and a long 2. I'd be surprised if they run it.
25 yards rushing for their 2 running backs. 13 carries.
Watson will look to throw. The quick
Good catch. No flag?
Intended for Judy, broken up by Jacorian Bennett, and it's 4th down.
Well, you go 3 by 1, so you have Judy as the isolated.
It's a tough break there, man.
One matchup, but really you're thrown into double coverage because they had safety help there as well. Here's the look.
That's a tough break. That's a really tough break.
Over. There's Judy trying to come underneath. Pretty good coverage. That's just good defense by the Raiders, and you had the matchup that you wanted. You got single coverage.
Keep playing defense.
Judy felt like there should have been interference there.
Borges with the boot, and it's a good one.
Almost too good.
Bounds into the end zone over the head of Trey Tucker. Hey, next Sunday, another great NFL on CBS doubleheader in the early window. Josh Allen of the Bills facing the Texans and former teammate Stephon Diggs. Then the Packers take on the Rams out west. Now that's a CBS Sports Sunday for you, and it all begins at noon Eastern with the NFL Today.
Why would you go for it? No. Are you mad that we didn't go for it? What? Why would you go? You would be pissed if we did. This is just contrarianism.
Chances of making the postseason drop precipitously. In particular for a Cleveland team that has 2 more games on the road with Washington and Philadelphia after this. Here's Gardner Minshew. Big hole for Madison.
Make the tackle.
Gets into the secondary.
There you go. Still got time. Still got space. Still got space.
I'm not sure what's going on with the linebackers. Watch the linebackers on this play for the Browns. Owusu Koromoa.
Why is
that? Out of the play because they had McLeod coming down, but the Raiders had a good feel that McLeod was coming down, so they were able to pick him up.
Devin Bush got to get off the field, man. New Brad Allen crew would, they showed the inside hand. They called it. It was a tight call. They called it.
Madison now 60 yards rushing. Zamir White 56 yards rushing for the Raiders. Their total is up to 1.
Make it just a footnote, right? Like, still get the stop, score the touchdown, make it a footnote.
The battle in the trenches with, as Ross has been talking about, 2 rookies starting on that offensive line. You got Myles Garrett, Dalvin Thomason, Shelby Harris, Adarius Smith. You thought coming in that was a mismatch for this Browns team. Their front 4 against this offensive line that had struggled mightily. And the Raiders are doing an excellent job.
And that includes 2 rookies, DJ Glaze and Jackson Powers-Johnson, with the starts today.
And right now, Whitehair is actually in the game at left guard, and they swapped Jackson Powers-Johnson over to right guard because I can see Parham is down getting his ankle taped.
Why are they hovering over the same gap?
They'll run it on 1st and 10, and they won't run it very far. Dalvin Tomlinson
Good job, DT.
leading the way for the Browns.
And part of talking about, you know, the offensive line and the blocking is some of these penalties, too, that have taken away huge opportunity. I mean, that was an awesome play by Deshaun Watson on the touchdown that got called back to Amari Cooper. I mean, that would have been the play of the game to this point.
Yep.
Second and 10.
Minshew, quick release.
Come on, just tackle him, just tackle him, just tackle him.
Bryant able to pick up a few extra yards. As the Browns would love to steal a road win here, and then help is coming perhaps as early as next week for tight end David Njoku, and then by
Good Lord, we need Nick Chubb and David Njoku back.
practice
But
next week, and then would have a 21-day window to get himself ready to be reactivated and get in a game.
Huge play, and it would have been a lot longer if Denzel Ward comes up and makes that tackle. Trying to get a look at what the Browns defense is doing. They haven't moved.
Looking for the stop on 3rd and 3. Minshew will step away.
Play clock's running out. They're going to have to call timeout.
Tried to get the first down.
Oh, and you see Antonio Pierce frustrated.
I mean, that's another one that it's 3rd and 3. You know.
so you got one timeout left.
And try and get him to jump off sides. That's fine, but have a play then to go and to run. I don't really understand doing it again and then using a timeout. It's a 4-point game. They go down and score on you. That timeout could loom large.
They've only got one left now. And a sigh from Antonio Pierce.
All right, 3rd and 3.
From their own 45. Brock Bowers is on the right side of that line.
Oh, Miles. Yes. Good hurry by Miles. Miles made him throw that ball so fast. Miles was right off the line there. Great job. Great job. Look at this pressure.
Who else? Look how wide he is. I mean, that's as wide as you'll ever see an edge rusher.
But look how quick he gets there.
I mean, I initially thought it was the slot corner blitzing off the edge. Look how wide he is and able to just pressure Minshew enough. He did tap the helmet there, but that's not forcible contact. That's a good no call there by Brad Allen.
Cole and Prochet.
Take it.
With the fair catch.
All right, Watt. Gonna need a drive here, man.
6.5.
Gonna need a drive here.
20-16 Raiders.
Why am I so hungry?
Because
If there's one thing I think everybody can say that's positive about what Watson has been able to do in the Cleveland Browns uniform, it's been his work in the 4th quarter. So need him to put one together here on the 10. You know, 6 minutes. You got time to have a really long drive here, but need him to put one together, and you need it to be 7. Just need it to be 7. Let's get it. Only down 4. Let's get it.
Buffalo.
Hey, how about we come over there with some ice cold Corona?
That Eli Manning.
Please.
No kidding. Will Smith is back CBS Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount Plus.
As fans, you always show up big.
Now, it's time to show up just as big for our country.
And that starts with...
All right. Just get a clean drive here.
And the drop by Cooper led to the interception, and then the penalty on Harris took away the long touchdown to Cooper. Two big plays to hurt this offense.
Kevin Stefanski told us last night, we came here to beat Vegas, not ourselves.
Run.
We've got just over 6 minutes to try
There
and
you
do
go.
that. Remember, two guys in a tight game against New York last week. The offense had 3 fourth-quarter possessions to try and take the lead and could not get it done. Another chance here, and again, a missed PAT is the reason why it's a 4-point game.
Interesting.
We ain't playing the tie.
No huddle here too on this series.
Watson steps up, nowhere to go. Butler got him.
All right, third and short here.
Down.
Right, so this is an RPO, but if you're not going to give it to the running back, watch Butler come through. If Watson's not going to give it to the running back, you got to throw it right away. You got to throw it.
Yeah, man. I think we just got to take the L on Watson not being good at RPOs. He's just not good at it.
Second down.
3 for 8 on third downs today.
Bunch formation. She'll watch the routes, the out routes into the space.
You know they're going to blitz. You got it.
Watson working downfield for Judy, incomplete. Broken up again by the first-time starter. Polamalu came over to help out Hobbs, and it's 4th down.
That was a perfect throw by Watson under duress, but Polamalu come.
Nah, it's not. That you shouldn't throw your wide receiver into that. That's not a good decision. I know that Jay Feely's going to make that seem like that's a good decision. That's not. I would say it's one of his worst decisions of the day. Like trying to fit that there when you know a safety's over top. That's a medicine ball. You're gonna throw him into a hit that's not gonna have a high chance of being caught. And it's 3rd and 3. Like just throw something to get the first down. Good punt. Good punt. Good punt. Get there. Oh.
Find the end zone. Browns all.
Nah, it's even if like that's why you don't throw it. Like it's not a good decision. Because even if that ball is perfect, you're gonna have to go through so much stress for your wide receiver to catch that ball. That's why it's not a good decision. You can't make that decision there. That's one. And look, Watson's not the main problem today, but that's one where you want your quarterback to just make the simpler answer. You had Elijah Moore on the out. Just take the out, right? You're running bench. Take the out, move the game forward instead of trying to get the big home run right there. You had so much time left. You had 6 minutes left. You just didn't need to try to make that play.
Directing traffic on 1st down for the Raiders.
There you go.
White.
That's one you just take to the iPad. You let him know, and hopefully he makes that adjustment.
JOK is A-OK with me. You know why? He absolutely attacks. He thinks it's going to be a toss crack. I'm coming. He doesn't even give Colton Miller a chance to make that play. Super quick and super smart.
Love the call by Jim Schwartz, putting Myles Garrett out there and JOK on the line just outside of him. So hard for an offensive line.
Second down and 15. Minshew looking for Myers.
There it is.
Denzel Ward was
Get him off the field.
And it's 3rd down and long. Let's check in with Tiffany.
Hey guys, injury update for the Browns here. MJ Emerson, he's being evaluated for a head injury. His return is questionable.
One of the DB.
If that's the case, you don't want to throw it to the guy Denzel Ward's covering. Throw it to the guy that Mitchell is covering.
Well, don't throw an interception here. A punt is okay. It's 3rd and 15. You have a 4-point lead with 4 minutes left in the game. If you're Gardner Minshew, now is not the time to try to be a hero. Be smart. If it's there, throw it. If not, it's okay to throw it away.
Myles Garrett on the left edge of the line. They throw it the other way.
Got it. There we go.
Browns swarm. Alex Wright, first man there. And they force the quick 3 and out.
Well, it was the right call because they knew that a blitz was...
Remember, Vegas has 1 timeout left, so...
You're going to see these guys, one of them is going to come, either Bush or JOK. They both end up coming, but they redirected really well. They saw Minshew throw that ball out, and they were able to get lateral and get it on the play.
Conservative call by Luke Getson. He didn't want to put his quarterback in a position where he might make a critical error, so get it out of his hand quickly, see if you can make a play. If not, punt the ball.
Chance for the Browns to get some good field position. A.J. Cole has been punting spectacularly, though, today.
Here's
another one. Crochet has to run 20 yards in the wrong direction.
Hey, good return.
Taken down at the 31.
Yeah, he wants to kick him that hard. Okay, cool. Like, you're just going to give us return yards, though.
It's in the game.
Yeah, you're right, Beth. I mean, think about this. The interception that bounced right off of Amari Cooper's chest, that was huge.
This extra point, where it's a 3-point game right now. If he makes that extra point, instead it's 4.
And then the hold on Nick Harris that I didn't like from that angle, but seeing it from the reverse angle, I can see why they called it. But still...
All right, man, let's get it.
If you're Harris, you don't need to be holding him with your backside hand.
All that being said, they have the ball with a chance to go down and win the game.
3:17 to go. 3 timeouts for the Browns. Plenty of time for Watson. Strong-armed it for Cooper.
That was a bit hard there.
In the pocket there.
Just all right, now Watson needs to relax a little bit, right? He's trying to make too many plays. Just relax.
Over
You've been playing fine all game.
Samaje Perine going to score from 2 yards out. That is 17 unanswered points for the Kansas City Chiefs. They lead 17-10 with 6 minutes left in the 4th. Back to you, Beth.
Thanks, Matt. Boy, the Chiefs have just had a stranglehold on this division. With the
Hey, explain.
For the 2-time.
Got it. There you go.
Judy reaching behind him to make the catch. And a first down to the 45.
There you go.
It starts with outstanding protection. The big guys gave Watson plenty of time. When he has that much time, Judy at the top of the screen is wide open. That ball was actually thrown behind him a little bit.
Good catch.
Watson, you want to lead him, give him a chance to run with the ball after he catches it. Nice catch by Judy.
Deshaun now 23 for 30, 163 yards with a TD and a pick. Play action with Ford.
Just run.
Watson again extending the play and will run out of bounds at the 49.
All right. Good job.
Butler ran him out.
They tried to take a shot there, Jay. 7-man protection, right? So you're putting a premium on protection. Only 3 guys out and they're out, and none of them are open.
But I like what Deshaun Watson has done with his legs today. He has utilized his athleticism and his legs at the right times to make positive plays out of plays that were breaking down.
7 rushes, 32 yards. He's been their leading rusher today. 2nd and 6. Ford, ball in his belly.
Oh, stay up. There we go. Oh, he's loose. Oh, Jerome. There we go. Big time. Get big time, Jerome.
Big run for Jerome Ford, setting up the Browns in the red zone.
All right, take it to the 2.
Tight end come across. Ford steps like he's going right, and then
way to stay on your feet, Ford.
Running to break the tackle.
Huge
play for that Browns offense.
That's a massive play for the Browns. Now they're on the 10. They got to score here. 2 minutes left. Going to be interesting how they play it. Look, with the Browns offense and how it's been all year, I would just prioritize scoring. I understand you don't want to give them too much time, all of that, but you just got to get the touchdown first. Then you can make the decision on what you do afterwards. But just prioritize scoring here. Don't try to prioritize the clock because we're not good enough to be able to just score at will here. Well, the Browns getting your heart rate tested early in the season because they almost came back against the Giants. They let it be closer than needed to against the Jaguars. So we'll see what happens this week. Yeah, weird game for sure, huh? It's not over yet, though. It's not even close to over yet. I might get gray hairs this year watching this team. This team is aging me like a president. You know how presidents be getting, like, they come in, they look normal, and then 4 years after, just destroyed. This team is aging me like a president. Like, oh. Whew.
On CBS is sponsored by
Past 3 games have not been good for my blood pressure. Let's get a touchdown. Absolutely, I agree with that.
Down the stretch we go in Vegas. And a 4-point Raider lead that is in jeopardy. 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10 Browns in the red zone.
Run this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And a reminder, it is not the starter, Ethan Posick. It is the backup, Nick Harris.
And Watson was trying to say something to Deontay Foreman, the running back next to him. He's trying to say, get behind me, get behind me. He's not even looking for the snap. Just a critical error. I feel like I've been saying that all day, Jay.
Well, the clock's running now. That's now taking
get
up
it back.
30 seconds as well.
Let's get it back.
You have 3 timeouts, so you have plenty of time to run your offense. Sean changing up again.
Watson batted down at the line of scrimmage. Charles Snow.
All right, 2 to get 16.
16.
That kind of reminds you of Max Crosby, doesn't it? Playing Max's position, getting a little bull rush, then getting the right hand up there. Obviously,
2 to get 16 here.
For the Browns, so they've got 2 downs here. You would expect to make 16 yards.
Yeah, you don't have to get it all. If you have it underneath, fine. Check it down. You got a timeout. You have 3 timeouts, and you can get ready for 4th down. Raiders dropping.
Watson throws, caught
go
at the 10-yard line. Amari Cooper,
all right,
former Raider with the snag. And let's see where they spot him.
Browns.
4th down coming up.
Browns have plenty of time. The only person I think could have considered a timeout right there would have been potentially Antonio Pierce. The Browns aren't worried about the clock. They want to score slowly.
The only thing that matters is this 4th down play. 4th and 3. You got Cooper at the bottom.
Watson goes under center. And now a timeout called by Cleveland.
Try to get under the jump. That makes sense. All right.
And again, they have to go for 6 because of the missed extra point earlier in the game.
So what I don't like about that, I understand, Jay, trying to get the free 5 yards and the free 1st down there. But if they don't convert here on 4th and 3, they had 3 timeouts.
What are you talking about? You're at the 10-yard line with 41 seconds left. What does it matter how many timeouts you have?
Timeouts now.
Who is complaining about the timeout there? If you're complaining about the time, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't need the timeouts there. You're either going to throw, if you get the first down, you're going to spend the next 3 plays end zone or nothing. It don't matter if you got the timeout.
Watson looking Cooper's way. Pressure coming. He scrambles and is taken down. One of the guys replaced.
This sucks and all, but the position between your face and now the thumbnail is hilarious. Okay.
The left center of the screen, he wraps all the way around. What an unbelievable hustle play. And you know the Hopkins now is like, here, now watch, he's in the middle. He's just going to come all the way and chase down. Is he? Now here.
Oh, you had the corner and you hit the middle. Oh, what? Look at this.
He's going to come all the way and chase Watson down.
You got it. Just throw it. Oh my God. He had Jordan Atkins on the corner. He had it. It was open. Why didn't he throw it?
Now here he comes. Around the corner. An unbelievable play.
Damn. Hey, look, man, I'm not confident we were going to win that game in overtime. So, like, I'm not about to blame the missed extra point for the whole fucking thing. Like, we didn't give up 20 points to Las Vegas when we shouldn't have.
Your final score.
Man, Watson, you got to get rid of that ball there. You played so well for most this game, and to not get rid of that ball there, it's entirely frustrating there. But, I mean, that's just the way it went. Somebody said, well, if he throws the Akins there, it might get picked. Well, at least you have a chance to win the game there. Like, you're not going to have a chance to win a game if you take a sack on 4th and 3. So, like, what's the alternative? Seriously. Why are we rushing to, like, say, oh, it's not Watson's fault? Nobody is saying it's fucking Watson's fault. Please get off of his meat. Y'all so worried about if it's Watson's fault or not. Damn. I'm so tired of y'all right now. Atkins was not bragging it. That's a corner route on cover 2. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Like, he was open. He made a mistake. He was open, but Watson played a good game today. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Relax. Relax. Nobody's mad at your man this week, y'all. Relax. Jeez. Y'all are annoying right now with how sensitive you get about Deshaun Watson. Good Lord. I'm honestly so tired of this. I honestly don't want to see this team make the playoffs. Oh, so don't see how this team makes the playoffs. I don't care who's saying it on Twitter. It was open. He should have threw it. Like, that's fine. But he played well. Oh, God. All right, let's get ready for the post-game show. Why do you care so much what somebody in chat is saying? Oh, somebody said it was Watson's fault. Okay, who gives a fuck? People are mad. They'll blame anybody. I saw somebody blame, like, Jim Donovan not calling the play-by-play anymore on this loss. Like, why do you care so much? Y'all are sensitive about this man. And you're sensitive because you know his body of work has not been great. Good Lord. So tired of this sensitive bullshit about the quarterback and like critiquing anything. Like, y'all want me to just tiptoe around the bad play sometimes. Like, it's so stupid. I'm going to take a break. We had Super Chat still losing game with a good game from Watson. Why can't this team ever play in unison? Defense needs to put a whole game together. Oh, man, there's so much this team needs to put together right now. We said that this one would be weird. I feared that this one would be weird. Maybe in my mind, I thought, hey, I could reverse the weirdness by calling it out that it would be weird. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. We got the weird today. This game was weird. You got what I don't even know if I can qualify it as a weird performance from your defense because they've done this before. Offensively, most of the game, I didn't feel like the offense was the problem, and that might be weird in itself. But let's go through it, right? If there's one through line to describe what happened today for the Cleveland Browns, if there's one phrase that will describe what happened today with the Cleveland Browns or accurately describe how this game went, it's missed opportunities. There were so many missed opportunities for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns capitalized on all the missed opportunities. This game wasn't even going to be close. But missed opportunities abundant. I thought the offense had some missed opportunities in a lot different ways than the defense did. And we'll start with the defense because, look, there's going to be a lot of people who, after a loss, want to blame a loss on the specific thing that they came into the game wanting to blame a loss on, right? You're going to find people after this game who are going to blame this game on Watson. You're going to find people who blame this game on Stefanski because they want Stefanski out. You're going to find people who want to blame this game on whatever person they want to blame for this game, right? Like people are going to point fingers. But I just need to point out, it's not ever just one reason that you lose a game. There's always a ton of reasons that add into it. Sometimes some people are proposing a lot more issues or they're making these issues much larger. Sometimes all of these little small issues build up into one gigantic loss here. And I think this game is more of that variety. I think the Browns made a lot of mistakes on both sides of the ball that led to them losing this game that they really shouldn't have been making, right? And they've been made by multiple different players. Defensively, when I talk about missed opportunities for the defense, I'm talking about all the missed tackles in this game. The Browns had so many missed tackles in this game. It was ridiculous. Like, I don't know what Alexander Madison and Zamir White turned into trying to stop Derrick Henry in his prime ×2. It felt like it for 3 quarters. It was that difficult for the Browns defense to do anything against those two guys. And let me remind you that the Raiders came into this game with one of the worst rushing attacks in all of football. They're an awful run team. They're not even a good passing team. They came into this game considering to bench their quarterback, Gardner Minshew, and they were able to score on you an uncomfortable amount of times with ease here, right? Like, that's the concern. It's not just that the Raiders got to 20 points. It's that the Raiders got to 20 points with relative ease. They scored on 1, 2, 3 possessions. All those possessions started from the 20-yard line. You're talking about a Browns defense last year that didn't let 10 teams score in situations like that. You let 3 drives go up in this one game. It's bad. It's a horrible regression from what you were doing last year. And something's just off with this defense. I don't know what specifically it is. I've heard a lot of simple solutions for why the defense is off. I'm not convinced by any of those simple solutions, but something is off with this team. It seems like they only really turn it up and start to resemble the defense they were last year late in games when the game is like on the balance, but in the first quarter or second quarters of these games, they've been really lackadaisical. I can't really explain what is going on with the defense. I don't think it's something tangible. I think something intangible is going on with that defense that's creating these less than stellar starts for it, because this was the defense last year that their specialty was how fast they can start. So defensively, if I had to charge up what unit played the worst in this game, it would be defense. I think they were the worst thing in this game. Offensively, look, Deshaun Watson was fine in this game. He was not bad in this game at all. I would not characterize him as bad. His one interception, 100% absolutely not his fault. He was 24 of 32, 176, still dinking and dunking quite a bit in this offense, now really stretching it downfield. But I understand that's what the NFL kind of forces you to do nowadays. So it is what it is with that. I don't think Watson played horrible in this game. I thought he did a good job actually running the ball too. The run stats aren't as gaudy as you would think they are from watching it. It's 8 carries, 32 yards, no touchdowns. But every single one of those 32 yards was very useful for this Browns offense. Like, I have really not that many issues with how Deshaun Watson played. I thought he missed a couple things on the last drive, and maybe he wasn't playing super stellar in that fourth quarter, but the first 3 quarters I thought he played, I would even say, good in the first 3 quarters. The fourth quarter, it dipped down a little bit. He made a couple of mistakes there, but honestly, he's not the player that made the bulk of the mistakes that put the Browns in that situation to even begin with, right? There are times where Watson is making these mistakes and they compound into worse things for the team, like in New York and Dallas. This wasn't one of those weeks for Deshaun. I thought he did a good job of capitalizing on most of the opportunities that were given to him, but there were a ton of bad missed opportunities for this team. We could start with the dropped interception, the interception that went off Amari Cooper's chest. This is a good ball by Deshaun Watson. It was thrown at the proper time. It was thrown with the proper speed. Amari Cooper gets it right on his chest, and it pops off of him. Can't happen. Got to catch that. That flips the game, right? That turns it from the Browns having the ball on the 30-yard line in field goal range, at least able to get 3 points, and it flips it to a interception going the other way that eventually turned into a Las Vegas Raiders touchdown. Again, defensively, you would have liked the team to hold up a little bit better than that, but still, big issue there, right? Can't have that drop. So that's on Amari Cooper. The other one was Nick Harris. I think the other 2 were on Nick Harris. Nick Harris gets a hold on what was like a 75-yard throw to Amari Cooper for a touchdown. Would have been a huge play. Would have put the Browns ahead. It probably would have won the game for the Cleveland Browns if it was completed. Well, not if it was completed, if it was able to stand, but unfortunately, Nick Harris. And look, it was a really tight holding call that they called on him. Like, it was technically holding by the letter of the law, and they called it. And it's unfortunate that that's the one that gets called there. But it got called. It was Nick Harris who did it. He did, in fact, hold him just barely, but he did hold him with the off arm there. And it negated what was a go-ahead touchdown to Amari Cooper that I truly do believe would have won the game for the Cleveland Browns in the long run, right? That's another huge missed opportunity. And look, I thought in that last drive after the Jerome Ford run, because Jerome Ford got a massive run here to put you right back in the game, in scoring range with less than 2 minutes to go. He did a great job running the ball, getting you in the range. It was a tremendous run by Jerome Ford. Unfortunately, you missed a couple of opportunities after that. Now, did Deshaun Watson miss Jordan Atkins on that last play? I believe so. I think it was cover 2. It was a safety. People are going to argue with me about it, but it was a corner route. That's when you throw the corner route, and it's better than taking a sack there, right? But honestly, him missing that read and not making that throw is not the main issue, because you ruined your momentum on that drive by Nick Harris snapping the ball too early and creating a 2nd and 16 when he didn't need to create a 2nd and 16. See, the Browns should have never been in that situation to begin with. They should have never had to convert back from a 2nd and 16 to go for it on 4th down when they were already within 10 yards of scoring. That situation should have never happened. So yeah, while I think Watson could have probably executed better to bail the Browns out of that situation, and we can make the argument because Watson is paid a lot that he should be able to bail the team out of that situation. And I think that those arguments are fair enough on the surface, but to me, I just don't think Watson is like, he's not been that good. He's not been that good since he's been in Cleveland. I can't expect him to be that good. I can't expect Nick Harris to snap the ball to Deshaun Watson to give everybody a fair enough chance to score the go-ahead touchdown when you're in range to do it. So, yeah, should Watson have made that throw? I think so, but we really shouldn't have been in position to do it. That really should have been we can run the ball with Deontay Foreman, and we could run this with Jerome Ford, run this in, turn the clock down, and not even have to worry about throwing it after we got that big-ass run from Jerome Ford. But unfortunately, you get that snap. You snap the ball way too early, and that turns the drive into now you got to throw. So that's where my frustration is. Like, honestly, we made so many mistakes that it's hard to blame this one specifically on the quarterback. If that's what you're interested in, this is not something that I'm going to blame on Deshaun Watson, at least. This is one that I'm going to blame on everybody that has to do with this, especially the on the field part of it, right? Just, you can't make those mistakes. You can't be holding when you know that you have a mobile quarterback back there who likes to break the pocket. Like, you just got to get comfortable with letting him go and then trying to shield the dude with your body. Like, that's what you have to do. That's what they do with Pat Mahomes. It's what they do with Lamar Jackson. Like, you have to understand who's behind you. He's not going to stay back there and try to make a throw with the 5th second in the pocket. Like, that's not how he operates. You just got to do what you got to do. Set a pick, right? So you can't get that holding call there. You can't miss that snap there if you're Nick Harris. If you're Amari Cooper, you can't drop that ball in that situation in the middle of the field when you're wide open and it turned into a turnover. And most importantly, if you're this Cleveland Browns defense, you have to show up in this moment. You have to play a better game than you did. I know some people are going to think it's unfair that I'm mad at the Browns defense when they only gave up 20 points, but they gave up 20 points to one of the worst offenses in football. And I'm sorry. We know that the defense is supposed to be the unit that carries this team. We know that the offense, especially after the last few weeks, has been slightly better than a liability at best. So we expect the defense to be able to overperform here. The defense cannot overperform. Should the offense be capable of scoring more than 20 points? Yeah, we've been saying it for 3 weeks, though. We know what this offense is right now. The defense should be able and capable of slowing down the Raiders' offense. So if I look at it, if I'm ranking the disappointment that I have in this game, I would say I'm most disappointed in the Browns defense. Jim Schwartz is right along with there. He continues to get beat the exact same way week after week and shows no signs of trying to make changes there. Also, whatever is happening with the on-field energy with this defense is just off. It's just off. It took until that improbable but it took until that improbable fumble touchdown score, Ronnie McLeod, to do that, until this defense had any tangible energy on the field. And I'm like, what's going on? This was the defense that had the most energy in the NFL last year. They are low on it, like incredibly low on energy this year. This was one of the defenses that was able to stop a lot of that left to right, list those screens at them. Like, they were able to be dominant against that kind of stuff. This was a defense that would be able to hold a Raiders team to maybe 10, maybe 3 points, but now they can't hold them past 20. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, the Browns defense was so good last year, they were able to win games with PJ Walker and DTR. Deshaun Watson played better than PJ Walker and DTR. They could not win this game. this is a issue for the Browns. They got to figure out what's going on defense. They got to figure out what's going on with the energy of this defense. They got to go figure out what's going on with Jim Schwartz and like what changes he wants to make to this defense. Because like, if it wasn't obvious last week, you need to do something. It's got to be obvious this week. Right? Maybe the last few weeks you've been able to hide under Watson being very bad at quarterback. Well, not the last few weeks, but the first and third week, you've been able to hide behind some bad performances from the quarterback kind of taking most of the attention. But that's not the case this week. Like, the attention is on the defense for this one. DeJuan Jones is going to get a lot of noise about that one play he missed on that, what was this, like a twist. They twisted on him, and he missed on the twist, and he missed a punch, and he looked awful in that play, and he's done that a couple of times this year. But to give credit to DeJuan Jones, I thought he battled back really aggressively in the third and fourth quarter of this game. So I thought DeJuan Jones kind of made up for it a little bit here. Amari Cooper almost made up for it, right? If that touchdown would have counted, and it didn't count for his fault. It was on Nick Harris that happened there. So the Browns, like, perpetually, offensively and defensively, and it wasn't consistently one person that was doing this, but consistently this Browns team got in the way of their own blessings. Like, it felt like the universe wanted to give you this game, but we kept finding ways to take it away from ourselves. It's the second week in a row that it feels like the Browns have done this, and it's frustrating, right? We can't make the big play. We made the big play. We can't make the big play that puts us ahead. It's just a bit frustrating how this team is operated. Now they're 1-3. And look, this was a part of the schedule where we hoped the Browns could go 5-1 potentially, right? Now they're staring down the barrel of maybe getting out of this part of the schedule 3-3. And if you look at who the Browns play after that, right, after these first 6 games, it doesn't get any easier. You play the Commanders. They're good. They've been playing good football. You play the Eagles. They're not as good as we thought they were going to be. They've actually been playing some pretty similarly bad football as Cleveland. The Bengals, we'll see where they're at by this time, but I expect them to be back to normal. The Ravens, they'll probably be back to normal by then. The Chargers are still good. The Saints are coming back down to earth. The Steelers are still good. The Broncos are playing much better football. The Steelers again, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and then you play Miami and Baltimore. You don't got that much time to fix this shit if you're the Cleveland Browns, right? So you got to figure it out now. There has to be a stark difference next week, especially defensively with this team, because if you don't, whatever people who have not started to lose faith might start to lose faith here. Overall, it's really what I got to say about this game. It's just unfortunate that this team was not able to capitalize on the plentiful amount of opportunities that were available to them. And that continues to be frustrating. It's not that the Browns aren't getting chances to win here. I thought they had a chance to win late against Dallas. They didn't take the chance. New York, they had multiple chances to win. And in this game, I thought they had a lot of chances to win. They were given opportunities to win in this game, and they couldn't come out of it. And you got to figure this out, or else this is going to go from bad to worse if you're the Cleveland Browns. But that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Y'all have a great day. Having a better night. Peace. Okay, we got super chats. Yeah, let me get to the super chats. I am not about to sit here and argue about Baker Mayfield, y'all. No need to evaluate. Coop's touchdown got called back, was clear evidence the refs were not going to let them win. Okay, we're not about to blame this shit on the refs. I'm sorry. We can't be in the comment section crying about accountability. Every time the team loses, we blame it on the fucking refs. No, I'm not doing it this week. I'm sorry. Fifth straight loss versus Vegas. All weird games. Yeah, man. Every time. Guaranteed to be a weird one. Boo. I don't even think that was a boo game. Coop got to go. If he can't get it together, we going to just cut Amari Cooper? That's what we going to do? Okay. Okay. Browns defense is the biggest letdown this year. Not Deshaun Watson. Deshaun has been mediocre his whole stint. The defense has gone from sunset to dookie. I think that's fair. If the defense plays like this, Jaden Daniels destroys us. They got to figure it out. Like I thought last week had to be the reality check for this defense, and it sounded like it might have been, but yeah, if they show up and look like this versus Jaden Daniels, it might just be who they are. Saint says the Browns fixed their issues and went out going 14-3. Hey man, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Desmond Cloud says, I like the shirt. Thank you, man. I got it at Target. I think it's still on sale at Target. All right, man. Well, let's see what they do next week. We'll talk about it. Y'all have a good one, man. Was another super chat? Oh, I already read that one.